I think it could really be done better. But like I said, Marvel did something very creative with the whole from we were talking about this off air from phase one to now, and they did over a 10-year period where the movies were very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're knocking them out. They're knocking these movies out faster than anything, and DC's not doing it.
The crazy thing is, the crazy thing is that if you go to the DC animated movies, always on point.
Yeah.
Why can't they get the people that write the animated movies to write the movies?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But
because their regular movies suck.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Why can't they get the people to write the animated movies to write the movies?
Yeah, their regular movies are horrible. So we got some before we get to Tamika Joy, because when she gets on, I'm not going to be taking this. So we have 3 submissions for an artist. One artist just sent me his music. He wants us to review it. It's it was in the comments. We're just gonna play it. He said it's like a reggae gospel type beat or something like that. Before I even play your music, and there's another gentleman sent me music last. So before I play your music, understand something. We're gonna review it. We're gonna critique it. If you have soft feelings, if you get butt hurt easy, and you get offended by my opinion, don't send me your track. Honestly, because if it's good, I'm gonna tell you if it's good. If it's not good, I'm gonna tell you it ain't good. And because one dude we did that to, and it's, we said the track was okay, but we felt it was a B-side cut. He was like, it sounds like y'all hating. And one dude,
and I asked for it more. I asked for another track. He declined. So
he was like, it sounds like y'all hate.
Sorry, boo.
Sounds like you hate. What do we got to hate for? You sent us the music. Yeah, Lady Anna. Let's just hate on this up and coming artist. Like, you sent us the music, you heathen.
Yeah, Lady Anna. Let's just hate on this up and coming artist.
Like, you church now?
I was saying it's a blues gospel beat that he's looking for artists. Blues gospel. Okay. This is instrumental, so I'm not gonna play the whole beat because it's instrumental. No disrespect, but I like it. I mean, it reminds me of it has that old school feel. And he said blues gospel, but it could. I mean, if you get the right soul singer on that joint, you can definitely like kill that joint. I like the joint.
I liked it too, and I feel like that gave me not an R&B but rhythm and blues.
Rhythm
and blues, and I could see a Kiki Wyatt. I can see a Jennifer Hudson. I can see somebody who can give me that Etta James vibe. That I really feel like he should shop that.
Well, he said he was looking for an artist for that beat.
Right,
but
the
thing
thing
about
he
it
should
is,
shop it for a rhythm and blues
Oh, so we have an artist in the building.
Tamika Joy.
Tamika Joy could definitely kill it. I could stamp that.
We need some soul. Tamika Joy said she could put that soul on that track.
She can. She got the voice for it. She can. Okay, so this dude from Memphis last week, shout out to Don Apple. While he was in he just couldn't play the music. He was on it, yeah. He was on it, man. And I wasn't going to stop him. He had some stuff he wanted to get off his chest. Salute to the product band. But he had some stuff he wanted to get off his chest. So dude sent me 2 tracks in last week, and we didn't get to play it. So here's the thing. I can do a lot of good things. Can't read your mind. You sent me the track, but you didn't really send me the name of the track or the artist of the track. One of the two. One just says Snooki B Flow, and the other one says No Way. No Way Out. So, if you're going on a job interview, you want to wear your shoes. You just don't want to turn up in a suit and you're barefoot. So, the more information you give me, the easier it is. Because the thing about it is somebody might like this song. I have a lot of DJs and stuff, so if they like the song, they ask who it is. Is it available on such and such on, and I don't know, because I don't even really know the artist. So, but we're gonna be out of Memphis.
A lot of DJs and stuff, so if they like the song, they ask who it is. Is it available on such and such on, and I don't know, because I don't even really know the artist. So, but we're gonna be out of Memphis.
Building trucks on the block like they Legos. Let my dog run the spot, call it Pico. I've been booming a lot off the metro. They pull up for the gear like I'm sicko. I'm on nut in the bitch, I was dick close. Had to pull out a nut in the bitch throat. You can't swim with the shark, get a fish boat. I wouldn't dare say a hole, let's say it's so. You want smoke with the fuck, I'm in it. They pull up for the gear like I'm sicko. I can't get with my talk, cause it hits it. Every lot of nut in the bitch throat. I'm not about to show my to be mismatched. I'm gonna say a hole, let's say it's so. Ain't gon' put them out, rich, DJ, big fix. Niggas rip up my truck, that shit big cat. I can't win my no bitch like that, fuck on go. When I get down, I'ma shoot out my neck. Niggas got me rip like they tough. I don't want to hear that, so I put something nice on it. You want smoke, nigga, go get your puff on it. It's a joke to your homie, get stepped on it. Tell that bitch to stop playing, but she kept on. She thought she got on, but she did put herself on it. I can't strip no bitch that I hit you and get on that shit. You was too saying that's up on it. Bitch, don't get stuck on bitch, but don't step on it. What you first since you thought I was slept on. Wrote this verse in the notes of my iPhone. Bitch, this heat on your head like a hot cone. Roll that one to a lit like a pine cone. I'm not with that left, I can be boggling. So they think they got hands on that phone. Wrote you first since you thought I was slept on. Wrote that verse in the notes of my iPhone.
Yeah, okay. I think that guy has phenomenal work. However, I think he sounds too much like the Migos. And the thing about that is, if you sound like somebody,
I think that guy has phenomenal.
and he may not be, that may be his actual style, but if you sound too much like somebody, people are going to say, well, why would I want to buy that if I can buy the Migos? Like it was a dude that came out when Jay-Z was at his prime, and this dude was just as nice as Jay-Z, but he sounded like Jay. Like the one reason I never got into like Shine, because Shine sounded like Big to me.
Yeah,
right. And he just wasn't as nice as Big, but he sounded like Big. Even though he was skinny as hell. But
you're right, it was.
But he sound like, so I could really never get into that. And that's just me. But I think the dude, his wordplay, nice.
Right.
The beat, I think the beat could be a little bit better. Because I think I think that dude could really rip it.
His wordplay, nice.
But I think if he had like a better beat that really accented what he was doing, would really pop. That's the one thing. If you are gonna sound like Migos, you gotta have a beat that's popping like the Migos too, because their beats they stand out.
Yeah.
He does have to add, and you gotta be careful because he does have to ad libs like the Migos too.
Yeah. I agree with you, but not necessarily just with Migos. It's just too many rappers out here that sound like that. Period. That is something that is popular now. And just like I said with a couple of artists we had before, you got to give me something that makes you stand out. And I didn't really hear anything that would make you stand out from the crowd.
Yeah.
Not to say that what you're doing is bad. It's.
But you sound the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in this pile over here with everybody else that sound like you, and that's not. You don't want that.
I mean, the thing is, when we think about people who stood out and stuff like that, like what attracted me to Kanye was that he was different when he came out.
Yeah.
Like what I like about Cameron, he was different when he came out.
Sure.
You know, Big, even Snoop, they were different when they came out.
Different than everybody else.
They stood to me. Like, I'm a big fan of J. Cole. He was different. You know.
And also in reference to the beat, the first thing I thought about before I even really honed in on the lyrics, the beat. I feel like that bass needs to come up. It's just a whole.
I don't think the beat I think the dude has a lot of skill, but I don't think that beat complimented.
No, it was pretty basic. No hate on the beat maker, but at the same time, it was pretty basic.
Yeah.
You know, so if you take those lyrics and put it with something else, maybe you'll get different results. It definitely wasn't bad. There is potential there. I'm not saying that there isn't. But you just want to take what you have and kind of tweak it to make yourself stand out. And don't make it so that the lyrics are just more vulgar than anyone else's, because I did hear the lyrics, you know. So that doesn't always work. You know, sometimes that what you say, that shock value, it depends. You kind of have to work it, and I didn't see anything that's much different, just other than the fact that he might have been a little bit more descriptive than other people.
Yeah, okay. We got one more, and then
you got something you want to chime in?
I mean, y'all basically covered it. I mean, the fact that you are referencing him sounding like the Migos, who you know I can't stand. The beat. You know, I'm a bass head, so I kind of did dig the beat a little bit, but like I said, it did feel like, you know, the bass should have been put up a little bit more. And, you know, the vulgar, you know, I mean...
Well, we know you don't care.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, it's like...
Your gun to it, right?
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're going to have a nice beat, you want to have something to say on a track, and the stuff that he was saying was like, really? Is this what your niche is going to be? This is how you're going to get known, by saying vulgar stuff on a track that's not going to get played on the radio? I don't get it.
But we don't really need radio right now.
True.
I mean, like.
But that kind of makes it even worse, because if we don't really radio, we know how the direction radio is going right now.
I mean,
so meaning, why do I want to listen to this? No longer are we stuck with having to listen to the radio.
Yeah.
You know, in our cars. I can throw on my own playlist of things that I like. Why should I add you to my playlist? What is different from you, you know, than everyone else? Like, why do I want to put you on my playlist? So you have to be different.
So it was sent by Pro Star CEO. He got another one he sent, and then after that we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of it.
Okay, well I want to hear the other one too, because like I said, I see something.
I think this is a different artist though.
Oh, okay.
I think because he didn't label it for me, so
okay.
When I listen to it, it sound like two different people.
Building trucks on the block, they Legos. Let my dog run the spot, call it.
I'm about to say, that sounds exactly the same.
He plagiarizing his own shit. It's only 20 minutes into the show.
Sponsored by Crown Royal Apple.
Maybe I was thinking about drinking the bullet. CP3 over there having flashbacks.
Life is a motherfucker, man.
It ain't no way out. Niggas trying to find a way out. We not taking niggas way out. You turned your back on way out. They abandon you. You can't even find a way out. No man in you. One kill a snake and cut your way out. You be surfing fool. I start a wave and watch the tiger. They gon' surf it too. Watch your back on your love. They abandon you. You can't even rest in my eyes. It ain't no man in you. One kill a snake and cut your way out. You keep surfing it too. I start a wave and watch the tiger. They gon' surf it to you. Watch your back. It ain't no way out. Don't rest. We on the way out. Don't hold back. It ain't no way out.
He's interested in seeing that. He's interested in seeing that. So he acts like it's Oh, CCB is bobbing his head.
Well, he's doing alright.
I like this one.
Yeah, he actually got some good spit.
Are you sure it's not the same artist?
I don't know.
It sounds like it to me.
It does? It didn't sound like it to me. The other one, this sounds like an original flow to me. When he's like, he doesn't sound like he's trying to do anything.
Right, and I feel like this is different than we was just asking for.
This is what I like.
I'm listening to his voice. His tone, it sounds like it could be the same person. But I could be wrong. Or maybe it sounds.
Yeah, this joint is good though. I like
Yeah, this one alright.
Lady, look at CCB. You got the gangster bounce. You got the gangster bounce.
I like this joint.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, this joint
Reminiscing,
alright.
he had cornrows and a white jeans.
My strap was in my head.
Back when he was we got Capitol Heights.
Capitol Heights. Good old days of Capitol Heights, Bright Sea Road, baby. That's a whole different world
Oh
there.
man, he started reminiscing. He started smiling.
Bro, that's hey, man. Them was some good times, baby.
I bet they was.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
bet they was.
Late 90s, early 2000s, baby. Y'all was there. You know how I was, man.
So Pro Star CEO, that we really, the first one and the second one we really did like. We really like. I really liked it.
Right.
Yeah, it actually had something to
I think
say.
the second one was the more standout of the cut.
Yeah, I think the beat went well with the lyrics.
It did.
And he actually had something
It
worthwhile
seemed
saying.
like they said the first one, no one was gonna say that. And like,
Like,
okay.
well, you know what? They're going to hate this one. Let's go send them something good.
Yeah, I did. I like the flow, the vibe of the second one much better. And like I said, it does sound like it could possibly be the same person. If it is, then that's cool. I see that he can be versatile.
But do more of that.
But I mean, at the same time, I've noticed. I have a nephew who is, loves the music industry. He rocks and all of that, and I feel like that's what they like.
Well, here's the funny thing.
They like that vibe. They like that.
And I'm gonna play Treasure Joy's video, and we'll bring Tamika Joy up after the video.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the funny thing. So I once someone that came to me one day and was like, my nephew was somebody's an artist, and I see you manage artists, and could you talk to him? So I talked to him. I watched his video, and I said, just real talk. If you ain't about that life, because I see your video, you got all these guns and all this other stuff. And whether they real guns or they fake guns, but if you got like 1,000 niggas in your video with guns and you're not about that life, understand something. If you go on tour like that, there are gonna be people that's gonna test you. I said, the dude Slim Jesus when Slim Jesus was out. And I think the song was like Trill Baby or something like that. Drill or whatever. And he was just talking really reckless, and he was in Canada of all places. And there was another dude called Black Jesus. And Slim did this video where everybody had guns and he a white boy and he's saying nigga this and this. And when he went to perform, another dude was there named Black Jesus. Came up to him, slapped him on stage, beat him up, basically, and did a KRS-One, sent him on his way, and then rocked the crowd. Like, and then you pretty much didn't hear too much from him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even from Chicago. He was using the drill beat. I mean, he used any type of beat, but he was using the drill beat, faking like he was about that life, and he really wasn't. And because when you go to certain cities, if you really not about that life, they gonna test you.
And see, right now is not the time to be that not about that life rocker. We see that we have a bunch of senseless killings within rock, in the hip hop industry. So as a whole, you can't
definitely. And it's crazy because growing up, I think I could probably count on one hand the amount of rappers that died for like a 5 to 10 year period growing up. Now, just if we listed the rappers that died in 2020 of non-COVID related deaths,
we out of fingers and toes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. But on a nice note, we're going to play something really good, and then we'll bring up our guest. Not just the singer, but the author, Tamika Joy, is in the building.
But on a nice note, we're going to play something really
I got the book. See. It just wasn't on the flyer. And she signed my book. You're not that special. That's why you didn't get yours signed. And we about to play Treasure Joy. I like this video. It was a good vibe. It even made the thuggish member of the group smile.
Hey man, thugs need love too, baby.
Oh Lord.
I like it. Even made the thuggish member of the group smile.
You think I like that? That's volume 2 right there, right? I need volume 1
I'm not on volume 1. It's an anthology, so I'm not it's a visionary author, and so we're like the co-author. And so it's a bunch of women. Well, I mean, if you want, you can definitely,
Look at that volume 1. Alright, feeling that crown apple.
I ain't had it in about 3 years, I think.
I haven't had it in a while either. And when I just tasted it, I was like, oh, I forgot.
You know why I stopped drinking it for a while? Because I was loving it too much.
I know.
Yeah, because when I had it, it was
That's why
brand
I
new. When it first came out, I had it often.
Right.
And I got it when they started doing pineapple.
Yeah.
So then I was just like, I have some pineapple.
That's what I'm saying.
And I
Like,
was
it was
like,
brand spanking new. Matter of fact, I got the little bag somewhere at home. Y'all know how black people do. We be saving our bag.
Going over to Sunnysville on my way home.
You gotta get a disclaimer when we do these reviews. This one dude, like I said, it was an okay track, but he was rough.
You about to show
He was like hurt. He was like, oh, y'all hate it. This sounds like. And the dude said the neo soul song. And he just, he thought he was a gangster rap. He was just like, I was like, for real. I'm like, the song was good. You didn't even need to rap. First of all, you're not a rapper. And we can tell by the you rap. You didn't even need to rap. But this is like a B-side song. Send me your A-flat. He was mad. If that video don't make you feel good, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Even the cold heart of CP3 feels good.
It made me feel a little warm inside, or was that the liquor? I think it was a
It
little
might
bit
be
of both. I think it was
I
both.
don't know.
I think it was both.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yes, sir.
I think
So-
it was something else.
Shush, woman. Shush, woman.
So for those that don't know, I've interviewed Tamika Joy several times. Quick story is that we had an event, a hurricane relief event.
So for those that don't know, I've interviewed Tamika Joy.
When she came in,
quick
my
story
aunt
is
was
that,
there. So when she came in, my aunt that passed away. We did the event, and it was like right around my aunt's birthday. So Tamika came in and came from another show to that show, blew it up, and then she sang "Happy Birthday" for my aunt.
Aww.
And then you just did an event,
that show.
because you do a lot of stuff for the kids. So you just did an event for the kids, a virtual event for the kids.
Yeah, well, actually, we were live. We were all together. We were at the studio together.
Okay.
So of course, my organization I have is called STARS. It stands for Shining Through Adversity, Reaching Success, and we basically got with some other kids that I usually work with. We usually on Christmas we go Christmas caroling to some of the nursing homes or some of the senior livings and try to visit them. But of course with COVID and everything going on, we couldn't do that. So I talked with a friend and he was like, T, I know you always trying to do something with the kids. I'm looking more into getting the kids and kind of taking over radio stations and kind of, supporting them and getting them a platform to shine. So he was, said, hey, let's get together and let's do like a Christmas show and we'll do a toy drive. Because I'm not one for toy drives. I mean, I will support, so if I have a friend that's doing one, I will purchase, a toy for it. But I'm the one that gives toys in July, or, in May. I'm not one to just kind of jump on because of the holiday, because my thing is, it's more, Christmas is more deeper to me than that. I'm not one for, it's not, if you're not teaching your children the reason for the season, I don't want to be a part of that, condoning that Christmas is just about toys. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if the household is not teaching the kids, listen, it's not your birthday that we're celebrating, but I'm going to give you this gift because this is what we do for Christmas, then but just kind of just jumping on the bandwagon, giving kids so they can just think that they're supposed to get presents on Christmas, I'm not one. So anyway, we basically got together, had the kids, they performed, did interviews, and gave away, just a small token of our appreciation for them coming out and showing their courage and their passion.
But I think that's so dope is that, dealing with the kids and stuff like that, because you provide an outlet for them. And, it's the easiest thing is to give your kid a video game system and say, sit there and play that. Right. The hardest thing is to get something that's going to stimulate their mind. And I think that what you're doing, with stuff like that, like it stimulates them because, I played this new video game versus I ran a show today, so it's totally different. You take greater pride in that.
Right. Yep. You never forget it, and it opens up doors, especially if it's something that you want to do. It elevates you more because you're like, oh yes, I gotta get it. And now I want it more and more and more. Like they want to do. There was one little boy. He's a dancer, and he was afraid at first. But when he got there and he saw all the cameras and the green screen, he seen himself in the camera looking back on it. He was like, oh my gosh, he just went off. And then after he performed, he started crying. And we like, what are you crying for? He said he want the big stage now.
Oh yes, baby.
Because I want the big stage.
You know what? Have that big stage, boo.
Oh my gosh, he fell out. So, it just, a lot of them, literally crying, like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And I'm like, you got this. And afterwards, they feel so good. They really do. They feel good.
It's one thing I always admire about you is like you're always giving back and you're always doing stuff. I remember last year when you called me, and then unfortunately my aunt was in the hospital. You were asking me a question. I was just like, my aunt's, and I was like, but I'll try to answer the best I could. And he was like, don't even worry about it. It's go take care of your family and stuff like that.
That's right.
But you always even when you okay, how's she doing and stuff like that. And it's never even just about what you need, but you always check on people just to make sure they're okay and stuff like that. And we appreciate that. I honestly, because not everybody's genuine like that. And then and even so what you did the before COVID had hit and stuff like that, they did the bully walk. I thought that was really good. We should call it the CP3 walk because he's been bullied all his life.
I try not to be, man. People make me bully them, man. It isn't voluntary. They make me do that. Exactly. I'm just a victim of circumstance.
Okay.
You have to come to my office.
Put his hands out.
I'm just saying, you know.
Keep your hands where she can
Never
see
trust
it.
the guy who rubbed his hands together.
Right, like
I'm just saying, you know, sometimes you know.
Are we finished or are we done?
Yeah, you gotta put some respect on my name, dog.
No. all three of us, huh?
I gotta put some respect on my
All
name.
three of us. But you know,
Go ahead and do.
so how
Are
did
we
you
finished or are we done?
make your journey into writing this book?
Oh, it's a long time coming. I actually, I wanted to always write a book. At some point, I can't even recall, when, but I was like, one day I wanted that to be one of my bucket lists, that I really did. And, I had this lady, I don't know where she came from. I don't know I can't even remember. All I know is that she inboxed me and said, you have a story, you need to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to write a book.
Mm.
And I was just like, what are you talking about, lady? And I basically just started writing every day. I just started writing, and then my daughter ended up getting sick. Well, she didn't get sick, she got hurt. She tore her ACL, PCL, LCL, and had her leg bypassed.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
grief.
That's when I saw you at the hospital?
Right, and at the rehab. Yeah, that was probably about after surgery's 15, I think. Yeah, so she, it was a long journey, a 6 months and a half of journey of doctors, rehab, surgeries, just a lot. It was a whole lot, but I had that time, like every morning I would just write a page. Every morning I would write a page, and then I went to an event. And I saw the lady that actually I was supposed to do the book with, because it's an anthology book.
Okay.
So it's me and the multiple women talking about our journeys, just basically our everything that we've been through, different our character, our wisdom, just kind of just putting everything out there. And so I was like, man. When the opportunity came, I was ready. I was like, I didn't even have to do a whole lot. I kind of just, because I was actually writing for a book.
Right.
So I had to kind of put it all together in a chapter. So it kind of, minimized it a little, but it was a good situation because now kind of allows me to now move forward with it on book 2.
Yep.
Where I'm actually already I'm already in progress of doing, because I didn't want, I was like, well, this give me an opportunity to kind of just experience it, get my feet wet. I'm with some other people, so I don't have to be kind of by myself, so it kind of experience it. So I love the experience. I'm really waiting to hear back for some feedback on it. But other than that, it's just, I had to jump on it because I was just like, it's time.
Yeah.
With the whole COVID thing, I was like, let's do it. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell no one that I was doing it. I just did it because I'll get, people start talking, or I'll talk myself out of it or whatever. So I just did it. I just did it. I didn't tell no one.
That's
and they
the way
were just
to do
like,
it.
you got a book, So yeah, I'm just not.
I mean, when it popped up in my in my message, I was like, oh shit, she wrote a book. I didn't even know that. Damn, I just saw her like 6 months ago. She did an interview. She was like one of the first people when I started at the bar back up here again. Because I lost GOP and I took some time, and I was getting. She was one of the first guests that actually came through. Man, we had a party that day.
Oh yes. Yes.
But and probably y'all don't even realize, like, that probably helped my soul more than anything, because it just let me know that I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah. Don't give up on you, even when you in your darkest moments. You just gotta still move forward, because the enemy will come in and try to trick you, try to talk you down, try to make you feel like, well, this ain't what you built for. why you still doing it? You know, just all these things in your head that'll try to motivate you to unmotivate you, you know. And it's like I tell everybody, you gotta fight for your life.
Yep.
Fight for your life. It's literally real.
You got any questions, Lady Internet?
I mean, I was going to ask her what was next when she's going to come out with the next book, but she already said she's working on that.
Yes, I am. I'm working on that, and it's a little. I don't want to kind of put, like I said, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to tell the whole, you know, thing, but just know I think it's going to definitely be really, really
I really feel like that was the lady inboxing you, divine intervention right there. And you getting your feet wet. I think that was a perfect introduction. So now you can just go ahead and knock a whole bunch of them out.
Yes.
Super Thug, you got any questions?
I mean, because, you know, I've had some folks tell me that I have had an interesting life, that I should, you know, write a book or possible screenplay or something. So, I mean, it's refreshing to hear someone just start out, do it, and make it happen. So I might have to, you know, sit down and get with my editor, and we might got to get ready to put some pen to paper. Or 151, we talked about doing a web series, so I might got to do something, because I got to get my story out. I'm just tired of being known as Gunman number 2.
I mean,
I got to tell my softer side.
But you are, though.
But there's layers to me.
Okay.
I'm just not Gunman number 2.
You played that part so realistically in the Renegade video.
I didn't say it wasn't part of me, but I have other layers.
How about this? You define Gunman number 2.
I can see that. I can
Okay,
see that.
there you go, bam.
But there's other layers. I need people to see the other parts
But
of
all
me.
that is incorporated in Gunman number 2.
But they didn't get to really feel the emotion of what I've been through that made me Gunman
Where
number
it
2.
came from the root.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, it's an emotional roller coaster.
So,
Like when you really sit down and you write your life, when you definitely been through hell and back, like you literally like
relive it. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you literally cry like, oh my god.
my question is, when you sat down, you read it. I mean, and you wrote it, right? And you read it back to yourself. Is there a moment to be like, yo, do I really want to put this out?
Yeah, there was a moment where I was like, you know, okay, T, like, what are you doing this for? Are you doing this, you know, to just do a book? Or are you really doing this to be an inspiration to someone? And when you really want to be an inspiration to someone, you have to tap into that transparency mark, you know, in which, you know, you have to say things that, you know, and even my dear sister, that's the visionary, they actually kind of, because the you know, it's the woman of virtue walking in excellence. So, of course, you know, it's a scripture out of the Bible that, you know, we basically are talking about, you know, being that virtuous woman, being that wife and, you know, the mother and all these different things. So, you know, some of the stuff that I lived and I wrote in it, they kind of they scaled it back a little bit, like, we gonna just kind of make, you know, but, you know, for the most part, you know, it was cool because, like I said, it still gave a little bit of me, but I get to now tell, you know, what I want to tell in regards to, you know, so the stuff that you guys didn't really get to see in the first book, you'll really get to see in the second book. And, you know, being transparent with people is not easy, but it's healing. And that's what people are afraid of. They don't want to kind of be vulnerable to being transparent because they really don't want to let people in to know what they've been through or experienced. But once you kind of let the cat out the bag, you know, it's a relief. You know how to use, you know, when you say when you got to tell the truth, and you know you've been trying to really not fight it to not tell the truth, but when you tell the truth, you know, you feel like that lift up off your shoulder because you actually, you know, you're not holding anything.
Right.
I mean,
you know?
You said something that's probably the most fundamental truth for anything. Being transparent is vulnerable.
Very.
And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
You know,
it is for a lot of people. Like, I mean, it really is.
Because and that moment can define whether you're great or whether you fail, because a lot of people don't want other people to look at them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
You know,
But
we
you
all
gotta,
have those
you
voices
gotta,
in our head.
you gotta be confident enough, you know, from what because what I used to be and what I used to do ain't who I am now.
There you go, right there.
So
Amen.
I'm able to.
Amen.
Here we go.
Shit.
This one over here.
Oh my God.
I'm able to tell you what I did, when I did it, how I did it, and now I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Preach.
And now you're gonna love it
Preach.
or understand it because you thought that when you looked at me, you didn't see that.
Right.
You didn't even know it exists.
Yep.
You know, but I'm able to tell you I can rock with the best of them. I can meet people wherever they are.
Indeed.
Because I've been in any shoe you could possibly imagine I've been.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't judge nobody. I try to meet people just where they're at, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when you get to that place and understand when you can then be transparent because and you can be vulnerable because you know you're not who that person used to be.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. People don't want to be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
They because they don't know how people gonna look at them.
Right. They don't want to be judged.
Yeah, they don't want to be judged. You know, but you're not telling them to just let them know. You're not telling them to judge you. You're telling them so they can free you, really.
Yeah.
You know, from those situations. You know, people don't want to really, say that, they're alcoholics or they're drug addicts or, I used to, I watch porn or, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? I sold drugs, whatever. They don't want to. I'm a stealer. I'm a thief.
Or they ride the metro with guns.
Right. Yeah, they don't want to.
It's a cold world out there,
they
baby.
They don't want to be, but it's life.
Yep.
And you got to do what you got to do to survive out here. That's just what life is all about. Look, this is what I had to do to survive. This is where I came from. This was the root of it. Because I saw my uncles, my daddy, my mama, whatever it is that the lifestyle that they were given. They did the best that they could do with what was given to them.
Right. Yep.
And you only know what you know from what you know, So every day is a learning experience. You just got to live it and learn, man.
Yeah. Indeed.
Man, that's so deep.
I felt all of that. I felt all of that.
Especially
because
when she said she not who she used to be.
Exactly, man.
Right
you know
there,
how many
I think
times
you caught the Holy Ghost over there. I
CP3.
don't know what happened.
CP3. There's a difference between what she said and what you do.
No, it's the same. Because I still get labeled from the stuff that I did in my past that I don't do now. That I don't do anymore.
The fact that I'm sitting next to you, talking to you, means I am not judging you.
No, I didn't say you were judging me, but you bring it up a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up.
This is what you gotta do. You gotta say, listen, lady, listen, I have triggers. Right? I have triggers. So when you bring up this, this is a trigger for me. Like, you gotta teach people how to treat you.
I tell them they're gonna make me revert back to my past. They don't believe me.
Here's the problem. For you, the past is a couple months ago.
Hey, it's still the past, damn it. It don't matter. It's still the
A couple
past.
months ago
It's still
was when you were gunman number 2.
Hey, that was in the past.
Okay? When you decided to show up to a set the way that you did.
I'm just saying, we needed props.
So in the Renegade video, he's actually gunman number 2.
Okay.
So
And his
one
gun is.
one gun is a prop,
I'm just.
and one gun is a real life gun.
How many guns were on set before I got there?
Take a while. Go.
How many guns were on set before I got there? How many gunmen were there?
It was one.
All right, then. So we needed 2 guns for 2 gunmen. Luckily, I was prepared like the Boy Scout that I am, and I just happened to have my handy pistol with me that I came to the shoot with.
So our mutual friend George actually helped direct the video, and we actually got together to do the money video. So when he calls me, he said, yo, because we went over writing the script for him. He was like, yeah, we need a second, we need a thug dude. I was like, I got the perfect person, don't worry about that.
And who was the first person he called?
So I called CP3. So then he was like, oh man, we only got one prop gun. I was like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. He comes with his own props.
I'm just saying, I'm an ex-Boy Scout. Be
We're not
prepared.
supposed to mention that.
I'm just saying, it was my first video
And
shoot. I didn't know.
He had a book bag. We don't know what else was in the book bag though.
Don't nobody need to know what else was in the book bag. Just know that we got there. The video got shot,
if
and
they wanted to blow everything up, he would have had
and
it.
7,000 views later, we're good.
This is his first video shoot.
Yeah.
He knew what the treatment was going to be, so he came prepared
Exactly.
for the position.
I had my mask, I had my gloves, I had my black latex gloves and everything. Had the long shirt to cover the tattoos so they couldn't recognize you. I'm just saying. Exactly.
Tamika, this is a video, and he said I gotta have a long shirt because I want my tattoo show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's a video? Nobody thinks
I'm
about
just
it.
saying you gotta take it to the next level when you're thinking about these things in the
He
video.
was robbing people.
He is a professional.
Thank you.
Yeah, professional burglar.
I told. I'm just saying.
If you ever get to see the video again, just slow down that first scene. Look at his stance. When they at the door and Hollywood opens up the door and his stance is very professional. Like he's done this before.
I might have seen it on TV before a few times. I might have seen it on TV.
You know who he is.
Exactly. Thank you.
After a couple of sips, I guarantee you.
I am a car sales professional now. Down at Waldorf Honda 2450 Crane Highway. Had it.
He sells them.
That was only on some, it was circumstantial situations.
Stop it.
I bet you if you test drive and he has that black whip bag, you gonna buy that car or not?
Hey, I heard stories about folks getting jacked for cars, man. You ain't gonna get me, son. I'm sorry. You can catch me slipping.
He gonna tell him I used to do that.
Pass the crown apple, please.
Oh my goodness, we in
Is he
trouble.
drinking with his pinky out yet? Is he fancy?
Nah, not yet. The pinky ain't came out yet.
Lord.
That might be in the second album.
You gonna watch his voice about to go high pitch in a minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
you heard it.
I heard a little bit.
Yeah, it went up a little bit. Wait, that was okay.
I'm riding today, baby.
Yeah, I see it.
Hey, you driving, I'm riding.
Bless us.
Hey. It's almost New Year's.
There you go. That voice going up.
Are you working on any other music projects, anything? Or you just doing all for the kids? Or what's going on with that?
I'm actually working on a little bit of something.
Can you send me a song?
Can I send you one?
You sent me one.
I did?
Yes.
Listen, I be moving and sticking and moving. I don't know some of the stuff that I be doing.
I know that feeling too.
No,
Even though
she
you know.
ain't talking about that kind of sticking and moving.
I'm just saying. I just said I know that feeling too. I was just agreeing.
Okay.
From a different perspective, but I understand what she's
okay.
saying. I understand.
Yeah, that sounds good. I do. I truly want to say thank y'all so much for having me on here.
No
You
problem.
our family, we always show love and I always support, and I love you definitely for always supporting. You got the, y'all was doing the thing with the on the YouTube of our Soul Hustle, the family joint. Your family's very talented. Like you got a son that raps and produces, a daughter Treasure sings. I mean, they got the whole family on TV. Like I don't even want to see my family in my house, never less on TV.
Right. That's amazing. There you go.
Thank you.
Shout out to my nephew. He did not call me because I bought his little ass a tablet. Because last show, when the phone rings and it says my mom and son, I was like, that's nothing about my nephew. And he calls, he talks baby language. Like, I don't even speak the same language.
And you bought that baby a tablet. What you put, Rosetta Stone for English?
I should have gotten that. God says A, B, C, D. These are words. These are words, son.
Oh, baby.
Isn't that?
Yeah, but these kids know. They know.
First of all, I thought my mom was tripping. She was like, he knows know how to unlock the phone.
Yes.
So I'm like, why you just trip? You just ain't have your lock on. My phone it's a face lock. So I watched him. He went to the emergency joint, and he knew to hit the button, and then he called my brother.
Gee.
Yep.
And I was like, first of all, you little badass.
How do you know that? These kids know.
He's two.
They are the chain.
He's two.
That's more than enough time.
Yeah, two. They experts.
Right.
At 2, my son showed my dad how to work his brand new iPhone. This was iPhone was new. My son was born in 2006, so bring it back some years.
Yeah.
He showed my dad how to work his brand new iPhone at 2.
Yeah, my son at 2, we kept trying to figure out how is he pulling up this stuff. Like he was watching movies and stuff on the phone when we would go out. We're like, how is he getting this stuff? Like how is he pulling up? You know, what's some of the backyardians?
Backyardigans. Took it back to the backyardigans.
Like how was he spelling backyardigans?
All he got to do is
no, he was like backyardigans.
Yep.
And we would say the stuff, and then basically it would come up, you know. And I was like, how in the world are you trying to figure out what was he doing?
But the crazy thing is, when his mother had her phone, he was calling me from her phone. So then when he came home to my mom, he started doing the same thing. She was like, but yo, how does he know the difference? He's like, how does he just call you? I said, I don't know how he called me, Mom. I was like, because I'm sure it may be listed different under, you know, my sister. She may just say big brother or big bro or whatever.
Right.
Where, you know, you have my name.
Yeah.
You have my nickname. That even my old government. You just put my nickname. But he would call it.
Yep. Matter of fact, my son used to text one of our coworkers, one of our old coworkers. He would text her and have conversations with her. And she was trying to figure out what was wrong with me because she thinking I'm texting her. Once he learned how to spell certain words, it was on and popping. He wasn't before. And she would, you know, she was like, why are you sending me this? You know, I drove a Honda at the time. He was like, Honda. And she was like, yeah, I know you drive a Honda. What are you talking about? Like, it was him.
And the funny thing my nephew did was he FaceTimed me one day when my sister was in Richmond. And then, so he's talking to me, and she's like, who are you talking to? And then she sees her phone is missing. She says, give me my phone. And he just starts running.
Yep, and you can see everything. Yep, that's how they do.
He starts running away. And then when she finally gets it, she's like, who is it? I said, yo, it's me. She was like, how the hell did he call you? I was like, man, so your son done called me like 3 times today.
Yep. Yeah, and let's not talk about the camera phones. When that first came out, my daughter was little, and I looked at my phone and I saw remote controls, Barbie, her eyeball, the TV. Like I was like, she really went wow with my phone.
Oh yeah, I had 300 pics one time.
God damn.
They'll just click, they'll just keep going.
And she had a whole photo shoot. I was like, Lord, how much?
And then you gotta go through and delete all these pictures. Yep.
So we got the song called "What a Friend."
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that downloaded you. I sent you the free download. Okay. I'm like, I did. Because that came with everybody that purchased the book. Yes.
So when you sent it to me first, it was like, warning: this is not the same email that Tamika Joy usually send you music.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's letting you know.
Google don't play that. They was like, yo, this is not the normal email Tamika Joy sends you.
This might not be her.
So before you play this, you need to verify.
Yep.
I was like, damn, Google.
They secure right now.
They was like, yo, this is not the normal.
This might be a Russian hack.
So before you play this, you need to verify. I was like, thank you. This might be a Russian hack.
It's coming down.
You said yes coming.
After them losing this game.
What car dealers you at?
I'm at a Waldorf Honda.
Okay.
Yeah, I left my cards at home. No, I think I got one in my bag. I'll give you one before you leave.
Yeah, you need to hear this song. Since you do.
It's starting to get hot over here.
It's trying to get burning.
Everybody got a soul. Just because you drink don't mean you're the devil.
Oh, we ain't even talking about that part.
You know what? We ain't got there yet.
There's plenty pastors that drink.
Don't even get me started on them.
Hello. Cuss, cheat, smoke, you name it.
One got put on blast recently.
Hey,
He got put on blast on a whole reality show.
damn right. I do it again too. Oh man.
liking your song.
Gotta figure out why it's not letting me go to Facebook. Because I just updated my operating system. Yeah, I refreshed it and everything. I don't know. I got after the figures. I got my show tomorrow night. I gotta figure out why it's not streaming to Facebook.
See, the crazy thing is, the guy said it's actually a beat that was like R&B, like gospel type beat,
And then here we go.
it's amazing how things work out here on At the Bar
And
Radio.
I hope he's still listening.
Now we just need to find, CP3 or Soul. Or what?
I got one
That's right.
somewhere.
So 2021, what can we expect from you, Mr. Tamika Joy? You never sleep because you do a lot.
I do. I definitely get my sleep because I'm no good without it. So I do get my sleep. I just, when I'm up, I do a lot. I make each moment count. Time is, you can't never get time back. So I make sure that I plan accordingly so that I can execute and get things done. So I'm praying for a lot. I'm praying that I'm here in 2021 to see 2022. I'm praying that with me working on some music and working on actually a series and getting some merchandise out for our family. We have the Russell Hustle shirts available now. So yeah, just I mean, outside of me being the mom, the counselor, the janitor, the cafeteria lady, the school bus driver, all those different things I gotta be, during the day with the kids. Just basically definitely trying to take stars to another level. Looking for more supporters, more volunteers to help with the youth so that we can really be inspiration for them, as they are our future. And I think this time has really it's like I'm almost ahead of my time because of some of the stuff that I was wanting to do with stars is now happening, especially like the virtual and, the people of the public eye, the celebrities kind of just, tuning in and giving normal people a chance, they on Instagram and requesting them and having that one-on-one with them. Those are some of the stuff that I really wanted for stars, because when kids get to kind of actually really see someone and talk to someone that they like look up to, it's like breathtaking and moment changing for them. So just really I'm looking for stars to be in a higher position next year.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe next year we can have CP3 help out with some, some Santa duties.
Okay.
Where am I supposed to be volunteering
Now,
at?
leave it up to my son, my 11-year-old, when he was in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
I got a phone call right before
The phone call.
I got the phone call right before Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Hi, Miss Anderson, how you doing today?" I'm like, "I'm
Told some
fine."
kids and stuff.
She was like, I just wanted to call. It's not about anything of, it's not that serious, But I did want to kind of just, see if you could possibly talk with your son, because apparently him and some other kids were talking, and he told the other kids, Santa and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny was not real. He told them that, when Santa Claus comes, Santa's the dad. The dad goes to work, he gets the money, he gives the money to the mom, and mom goes out and gets the gifts. And then she wraps them and put it under the tree.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
You got a real one right there.
She was like, they were, I didn't know what was going on until a couple of the kids started crying.
Oh my God, you done made the baby scream.
What do you mean there's no tooth fairy?
Your mom puts the puts the money under the tooth, underneath your pillow, and they take the tooth away.
Look, spoiler alert,
y'all. Kindergarten.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I was like, he's gonna be something else. But his father, his father was like, listen, I ain't letting no white man get all the credit. I work hard for my daggone money.
That's why he said, your daddy go to work.
But real talk though, my niece, 1 year I bought her a coat.
I think you told us.
And she got the coat and she was like, "Oh, I love it, and how do I? And it's my favorite color. And how did he know? How did my uncle know?" And her mom said, "Santa did it. My brother's Muslim." He was like, "No." He's like, "My brother works too hard to get credit for a fictionary white guy to do that." She said, "Your uncle works hard and he put you a coat."
That. From day one, he's known that. So then, of course, he tried to get the twins, because he's 11 now. But when, of course, the twins were, Santa this and Santa that, we need to make him cookies and all that. He was like, "There is no Santa. There is no Santa." I was like, "Julia, cut it out." He said, "No. Y'all did it to me. I'm not that."
He's not having
He's
that.
like, "No, I ain't gonna change it now." Like,
he said,
now all of a sudden, right? He like, now all of a sudden, y'all want to try to tell them that it's okay, but it wasn't okay for me. Now everybody is canceled for everything. I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's the one right there.
He's a trip. Yes, Lord. Yes. If you watch any of our videos, Junior is the one. That's it. Everybody loves to see what Junior gonna say, what Junior gonna do. Junior's like, Alvin meets Dennis meets, I don't even know who, Junior, basically.
Question, where can everyone find Russell Hustle?
We are on Facebook, Russell Hustle, actually Russell Crew. It's 2 S's, 2 L's, and it's KRUE.
Okay.
And that's on Facebook and actually on Instagram as well.
Perfect.
Yes.
Look up Russell Crew.
Russell Crew, KRUE. And of course, you can visit my website. It's TamikaJoy.com.
There you go.
Yes.
So y'all check them out.
Oh man.
Russell Crew.
Hey,
We
I ain't gonna keep you. I mean, like,
Yes.
I love that you fact you came out here. I love the fact what you're doing with the book.
Yeah.
We're gonna support you. At the bar, we support you.
Absolutely.
And your energy. And I love what you're doing with the kids. To be honest, like that. Because I remember we talked about it for so long, and you got it moving, and you got it. And the thing is, the energy of never stopping. If one door closes, and because we talked about we're gonna do that rise, and then like a month later, we wound up shutting down rides.
Yeah.
You know, but you still just kept going, just kept focused and kept moving. I think that's dope energy.
Yeah, you gotta keep it going, you gotta keep moving in spite of, you know, and that's just what, you know, that's what, you know, it's all about. It's just not giving up and keep it moving, keep going. So I thank you. Everything, you always in my corner and a great supporter. So I appreciate you so much. Always a pleasure. Anytime, I'm always here.
And I will say though, I appreciate the fact that you said you put those kids on air. When I was about 13 or 14, I did like an internship for a radio station, and they had us do our demos and everything. So I had to put my little radio voice on. And then, as an adult, here I am on my second show. And I never thought, even back then, I was like, oh, this is cool. But I always thought the traditional. Of course, we would have never thought back then that we would do this now, and radio would be where it is. But that was a big impact for me. So I'm happy that you're giving that to those kids.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. You gotta, you know, give them an outlet because they've taken so much out of the schools, and of course, school ain't even school, you know.
Nope.
So you know, just giving them that opportunity to, you know, what they look at and see all the time, that they actually get an opportunity to also do it because, you know, with me being an artist and wanting to be the superstar, and you know, being signed and being around all these different celebrities, and you know, things just didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to pan out for my life. What I thought was going to happen for me didn't happen for me. But it doesn't take away my experience, doesn't take away the journey, doesn't take away, you know, the work, the effort, and all the other different things. So I want them to be able to, you know, learn that same, you know, mindset that if you're never, you know, a superstar, if you never get a Grammy, if you never, you know, on the 100, you know, the pop charts and the billboards, or have, you know, all these different videos or whatever, you're still a star as long as you do something, you know, and you're selling yourself short if you don't do it, you know. So just, you know, even if, like I said, we said you had the opportunity to actually go to a radio station and do an interview, you were able to perform, you know, you were able to learn, you know, the music industry in itself. Those are some of the things that we do at Stars. We teach them, you know, about, you know, basically being an artist. We teach them, you know, if they want to sing, they have actual vocal lessons. We also teach character development because, you know, it also builds up them as a person, so that if they go out and do anything, they have that integrity, and, you know, they have that development, and basically being able to, you know, articulate themselves and do certain things that, you know, the average kid don't necessarily know how to do to execute to be a better person.
Correct. That's awesome.
I love it. Thank you. Once again, thank you so much for having me.
Tamika, I always appreciate you, and you know, we're always going to support. And then, you know, hopefully, you know, if you ever have like a badass child that really needs mentoring, this thug shit, we'll send CP3 to straighten you.
I'll take care of him, get him on the right path.
That's right. I sure will. Because you know there is. You know,
I already know.
And you just got to meet them where they at. And you can't try to change them.
Nope.
You can't try to, you know, reverse it. You can't force anything on anybody, period. I don't care, child, grown, teenager, grown person, old person. You can't force people to change. They're going to have to want to change for themselves. But if they see that, you know, they have somebody that knows what someone else has been through, it's the same situations, they can accept it a little bit more. You know, that's one thing that people don't like is when you go in and you got to sit on a couch and tell somebody what you've been through, you know. But it's another thing if you be like, listen, this is what I did this, I've done that, I've done all these different things. That's gonna let them be like, well, they know what I've been through. So then they can kind of let their guard down a little bit to say, because they could probably gonna match you with their bad selves. Yeah, I know that, you know, so they're gonna try to, you know, but it opens up, you know, the communications of building a relationship to letting them know, You know, and it gets stronger and they become better people. Right?
So if you ever get a letter from a woman that in the Capitol Heights area, her son got cornrows and bad feet, it's probably one of CP3's illegitimate children.
Oh no!
Like I told him. Like I told him.
Help out.
They mama kept him from him. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Whatever.
She couldn't find him.
My number been the same for 25 years. She could have found me.
That's if she had your number in the first place.
She had it.
As if she had your real name.
Now that's another story. That's another story. The number's still the same though.
So if you're looking for a dude named Foots, give us a call.
Because that's who he was at that time.
Hey,
Still is. Oh, that's just
yeah, I know what. Y'all gonna stop.
What happened?
She had your real name.
So,
You're just trying to throw me out
so,
there.
so tell everybody where they can find you and all the great stuff that you do, Tamika.
Again, www.tamikajoy.com. Facebook, it's Tamika Joy, and on Instagram, it's ITS Tamika TAMI. That was the girl back in the day. It was TK.
So you got
She
like
trying to
story
come
right
up.
here.
She trying to get her little shine on her.
Get a little
bit.
shine on
Before
right
you
here.
get up out of here, you gotta pronounce me.
Somebody over here know what you're talking about. That old nickname. That old nickname.
You gotta
talking
announce
about?
me. You gotta announce
What you talking
me.
about?
No, TAMIKA_joy on Instagram. And yeah, that's me. That's where you can find me.
Any upcoming things that you're gonna be doing with Stars? Now that your big project with the toy drive has the virtual concert thing has done. Anything else you got upcoming with that?
Not thus far. Of course, we kind of, once the new year come in, we'll figure out some things. But yeah, we'll definitely have around the spring. We'll definitely have some stuff coming out. So I definitely keep you posted.
Oh, definitely. Got here to support.
Yes.
CP3, gunman number 2. You got any questions before she gets?
Nah, Janet pretty much covered pretty much what I wanted to say, with the book and stuff. It was giving me a, thought process. Maybe I need to go home and start doing some writing, get some stuff out there,
Help us
tell the true story of CP3, aka Gunman number 2.
That's it. Don't let them assume.
Yeah, I gotta
That's the thing.
I gotta let them know.
You gotta let them know. You can't let people assume your story.
That's
right. The funny thing is that I like conversations like this because you get inspired. And you never know what these conversations are going to lead to. When people see us and we have fun and we joke and stuff, but I like when people, we've done this several times. We've inspired other people to do podcasts.
No
inspired
doubt.
other people to be happy with themselves and stuff. So, you just never know who you're going to affect. And that's what I like about these conversations.
That's it. That's what we're here for, to inspire one another. Yeah.
So now, CP3.
Yes, sir.
This couple months, man. She have at least chapter 1 by March.
Chapters, I think I can get 2 in. Depending on where I start. It's depending on where all I start at. I don't know if I want to go at birth or, start the birth of the thug. I don't know yet.
Let me just tell you right now, nobody want to hear about you coming out the room. So.
Hey, man, it was a glorious day, man. It was a beautiful day, November 15th, 1977. You know what I'm saying? We
what
can
do
go.
you even with the light?
I ran toward it.
You were running.
I've been on a run since I was a baby.
We let me go talk to your mother.
She might be watching. Hey, Mom.
She was running in your stomach.
Right. We talking about
Hey, man.
that labor.
I've been persecuted my whole life, baby.
You're gonna say, he's a victim.
I've been the doctor slapped me as soon as I got out, man.
The doctor assaulted me.
And I've been getting hit ever since.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody pulled the gun on him. You pulled the gun on the doctor?
No,
I pulled the blade. I learned from you.
Really? I was trying to say me now.
I bet you got a blade on you somewhere.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't now with a rock. It doesn't matter that I have a blade on me.
77. I wasn't around you. Was I?
I don't know.
Exactly, I wasn't.
Who knows? That might be where the bad influence came from.
Oh,
Jack.
Lord. Now, Lady Antoinette.
Yeah, it's Lady Antoinette fault.
He's a victim. He's a victim.
You're right. It's never my fault.
Yeah. So let me play a video so let Tamika escape because I don't think she's going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give us a sports report?
Oh yeah, I'm pissed off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to lay in on Dwayne Haskins' punk ass.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he deserves it.
You know his people local. They gonna be
Please do. 'Cause I actually in the works to talk to Chase Young's mom. So I hope they do come for me because they can tune in.
Why you want to talk to her mama?
Because I can't get to him because they have to get approval by the NFL to have interviews. Because I know some people that know his mom.
Watching the strip that he was at with no mask.
Well, I'd rather get his girlfriend because it was on her fucking page. He shut down all this. He shut down all this social media. She posted it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it in. We gonna get into that after the music break.
I need you not to be cussing out his folks.
Somebody need to be cussing his ass off from the way he played the last 2 weeks.
Right.
That's why I'm going in on his ass. We'll be back. It's gonna be classic.
Okay.
It's on tape. You can watch it and run it back. Because it's going to be a good one. I'm going in.
We have to play a video. This is my homegirl Nadia's cousin. We'll be interviewing him in about 2 weeks, I think.
2021, baby.
It's a positive video.
Yeah, we need some positivity.
Because I feel like CP3 is about to take us down a very dark path.
Well, we're going down the rabbit hole. We're going down the rabbit hole.
Let me mute these mics so we get some positivity in this room.
We gone. We gone. I done been on that dude's side for the longest time. When he come out there and do this shit.
I don't know, but some people, I tell you,
We just need to, I don't know, somebody need to touch him, not you, because,
I'm gonna touch him.
no, not that kind of
But you know, those fame is a lot for when you're dealing with it. When you get put in that position,
He's so young.
yeah.
I'm going into that too.
no one teaches you how to deal with fame.
Right.
And when you go from, like how RB3 was, you go from people crazy, and then you make one mistake and then they hate you.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you don't know how to deal with that.
What's
And
that?
then we live in an age of social media now.
But everybody's human, and with RG3, he didn't. It was in him, his personality, to not accept certain things, which is good, but it's bad. Like, bruh, if you hurt, say you hurt. You know what I mean? And that was his issue. Now,
really can't say
I
that.
don't know with Dwayne.
I really can't say that. RG issue was he didn't know how to shut his mouth, and the DC sports media ran him out of town.
That too, but
The
I'm
injury stuff.
Speaking of on the field, when
He just had some freak
and then
shit.
for the coach to put it in his hands, he's a rookie, and he want to be on the field. And you good? Yeah, I'm good. No, get him checked out.
Shanahan was trying to save his fucking coaching career. If you notice, he hasn't been coaching after he left.
I mean,
He was trying to get on. He was trying to get a job in San Francisco that his son got, and his son wouldn't even put him on his fucking staff. That tell you how much of a bad coach he. We want to go into that.
We
can
not
go into that.
going. Oh my.
Oh, I ain't had a chance. I ain't talk sports in 2 weeks, man. I ain't do my show last week.
And you see, he's smoking. Maybe he's gonna mellow out.
That's why I'm trying to mellow out, so I don't go all the way in.
Cause he drinking dog.
No. Remember him? He's like, oh, it's the white liquor.
Right, but
Tequila.
he don't understand that when he drinks the dark liquor, that's when he be yelling in the mic and he all aggressive. And I gotta go like this.
I'm pissed off now, so yeah, I'm gonna be aggressive.
Oh, help me.
Because he making me look bad. Because I've been defending this punk ass.
That's what it is. That's why he's mad.
You damn right, making me look bad. Take away my street cred.
Ain't nobody blaming you for Dwayne.
No.
No, the haters are coming after me because he sucks.
So
That's what it is.
when the season started though, he was defending.
I've been defending him for the longest.
She told one dude, and I quote, maybe you don't know how to speak English because it's supposed to be told the Spanish dude.
And no, remember he was like, oh, because you don't know what you're talking about because you flip burgers for a living. And
Saying, when you burn the fries, you don't get fired the first time. They give you 2 or 3 times before you get fired you for burning the
So
fries.
now we know like the 6th time.
And now it's time for us to get fired.
The fries burnt and the hamburger burnt.
wait, how many songs we playing? 2 or 1? Just this one?
This is the second song.
Okay. This your favorite? Right here? Okay.
So much, baby.
Thank you, I appreciate you coming. I know I ain't gonna keep it. I know you got
I
walled off.
just came out of.
Oh, you were going past us.
I just came from Williamsburg.
Oh, gee. Oh, you was down by 757.
Yeah, that's why I used to live. Well, I used to
Yeah, I got home about 2 o'clock. So
You got family down there?
yeah, my in-laws.
I used to live in Virginia Beach.
Okay,
Very
okay.
familiar.
I may play one more song.
Y'all make it that y'all should have drawn that to the lights on the football.
Yeah. No, we didn't get to go. I know because his grandmother, my husband's grandmother lives in Norfolk. We were go down there, but we just he has sickle cell, and he's having a crisis right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, let me get back to them.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that I told you.
No.
Matter of fact, I went to Norfolk State.
Okay, yeah, his mom went to Norfolk State.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
The
And
green.
I just put confirmed the request.
Oh, okay.
I definitely get down.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I'll be looking for that book.
I'm gonna get on that. I need to
I'm
come out
scared. I'm scared of that book.
Frito Lay gonna have their own 2 chops.
Is that on that thing? Can you see if it's on? Cause I need that. No, y'all got me. Look. I'ma do like you. Y'all got me drinking dog. Oh my god.
You drink anything, girl. I don't hear
Don't do me like that.
You a bartender, like you say.
I retired.
The bottles ain't say that last week.
Oh, John Gardner came up on my thing.
This is LD people.
Oh, the chick he was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
I
supposed,
like
she's supposed to be
this
doing.
song.
She's supposed to be doing the trap with somebody. He said. He called me the other night. I was smacked.
I like this song.
That don't help us.
He was talking about buying a car for one of the dudes, and he mentioned her at the end of it.
With somebody.
Somebody.
Yeah, well, we was on the phone for 15. First, we talking about buying a car for his artist. Then he started talking about her, and I was
Wait,
smacked.
he buying a car for his artist?
Oh, his artist need a car or
Oh, I'm
something.
about
He
to
never
say,
called me
if
back.
you doing that, let me be an artist.
He was looking for a $6,000 car, so he wasn't trying to buy too much. That's like a 2009 Kia. Yeah. We had a Kia for $69.99. Somebody else sold that joint though.
I mean, but my daughter needs a car.
Come on down.
I ain't got no money for that. I'm still her father though. He keeps calling me too on Facebook.
So my girl, you looking good on that feed.
That night. No, thank you.
Yeah, we have to play some sensitive music because CP3 is about to just hurt people's feelings.
He about to act up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to my feed on this one.
Uh-oh.
If you watching my feed.
Uh-oh, here they come. So, CP3,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know you want to talk about.
Yeah, the Washington football team. The game was going on.
Do you want to talk about the Washington football team, or do you want to talk about that quarterback?
We're gonna talk about it all because I'm kind of disappointed in the team. They had a chance to clinch the division today against Carolina. Granted, Carolina's a tough team, even though they were 4-10 before they came in, and they lost last 8 of 9. Their coach has them playing inspired ball just like the Washington football team, but they don't really have nothing to play for but pride. And our guys had to play for the division today, and they pretty much sleptwalked through the game. And with the fact that it was against Coach Rivera's old team, the team that fired him before we signed him, that we actually beat him that week, that got him fired, which is the crazy, ironic thing about this whole thing.
Yep.
And the fact that they didn't perform out there as a team was I didn't see the whole game, so I'm not going to go all in on the team. I'm going to go in all on Haskins, don't get me wrong, because he deserves it. But the whole team, I didn't see the whole game. But the defense been playing tough. I saw some things I didn't like today from the defense. I don't know if they were pressing, being over-aggressive, or if Carolina has had a better game plan to, execute against our defense. I just I'm going to go home and watch the film tonight because we'll be doing Sports on the Hill podcast tomorrow. We took off last week, and we'll be breaking down the game tomorrow. But that's enough about the team. I'm going to go ahead and get this off my chest about Dwayne Haskins. Get him! I'm going to keep it. I ain't going to go all the way in like I will. I might. Depends on where I go. But I've been defending this kid because I understand he was a one-year starter in college. He didn't have the benefit of having, 3-4 years being a starter, understanding what it means. And he had a phenomenal college season. He threw 50 touchdowns. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I know how I feel about college. Now, the reason why I gave him so much leeway because when the ex-coach, Jay Gruden, basically threw him under the bus last year in week 6 with no preparation, no starting with the first team or nothing, and he looked horrible, and then he goes to the podium and like, I told you he wasn't ready. Like, yeah, we know he ain't ready because you ain't put him in a position to be ready.
True.
The man's had 3 coaches and 2 offensive coordinators in 1 year.
Right.
He have an offensive coordinator that's just learning his way, being an offensive coordinator for the first time.
Right.
He's learning a new offense. Got the COVID situation, no preseason, no real OTAs, no training camp. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give him some leeway. And if you tune into the show, I've defended him from day one. Even when he got benched. And a lot of folks was talking about the coach is done with him, he's a bust, yada, yada, yada. I was like, nah. While he's on the bench, if he works on the things that he needs to fix, his mechanics, his footwork, and his technique, he can develop into a quality quarterback because he has the arm. I believe he has the smarts. I just think that he's pressing it. And we went into it 2 weeks ago about being a hometown guy. He's been a Washington football team fan his whole life. He's from the area. And in my opinion, he has some of the wrong people in his circle. We spoke about it multiple times on the show about, having a circle around you that's going to uplift you and help you evolve into a better person, player, radio personality, whatever. And going back to last week with the 2 horrible interceptions that were the difference in the game, then getting your girlfriend posting a video of you at the strip club, private party, whatever, after that loss where you threw 2 horrible interceptions with no mask on. Now let's delve into that aspect of it. Now you already have your starting quarterback as a question mark. You know you're the guy. Now instead of you going home to watch film on why and how you screwed up the game you just lost, you decide to go make it rain. With no mask on, risking the health and well-being of the players around you, knowing you're the starter.
He's also the captain, right?
Well, he was, but the coach stripped him of that last week. Chase Young was named the captain this week. So there's always been question marks about his maturity.
I mean, he's young.
But the reason why I asked that is, and we talked about this off air, too much too soon.
Yeah.
And he 1 year in college. And let's be honest. There's a lot of great players that spend 4 years in college and get to the NFL and it's Dwayne Wade. Well, I mean, it's a different world out there.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean,
and when you go to like college don't give you the perception of the real world.
No doubt.
And to put even the moniker, how the fuck you gonna leave, man? He ain't even grown to be a man yet.
But when you put when you're a quarterback, you have to have the mentality of a leader that's already ingrained in you.
Right.
And he showed those signs before he started playing.
He showed those signs playing with young adults.
No. I'm speaking of his when he came into the league. He was in the film room. He was taking it serious. He was staying late at practice, throwing to the wide receivers. He would look like he was taking his craft seriously.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's young and dumb.
Yeah, he's young. But it has to be instilled in him that he wants to get better no matter what his age, and I think that's what's missing. That he doesn't have that self-driven motivation of want to be better. He's content with just being in the league. And that's some of the issues with some of these players. They're just happy to be in the league. If they're riding the pine, collecting a paycheck, as long as they don't have to do a real job, they're cool.
NFL stands for not for long.
True. And unfortunately, after this performance, after strip club incident, I think the only reason why he's still on the roster right now is because Alex Smith isn't 100%. Because I believe Ron Rivera would have probably cut him after getting caught with no mask on at the club.
No doubt. That's
Ron Rivera doesn't play that. But
right. But let's put it into perspective. And I'm not defending him because I feel like at the end of the day, you're getting paid a whole bunch of money. You need to man up. If you want to secure your paycheck, you do what you need to do. But
if you want to have that, if you want that paycheck for next year,
yeah, you got to secure that. But with that said, he ain't had no job before. And then on top of that, this guy was 23 years old.
What does he know about being a leader?
He was born in 1997. I remember 1997. How stupid were you at 23? Or how stupid were you in 97 when he was born?
But then you can flip it on the other side and look at Chase Young, who's the epitome of a leader, who's younger than him, that is named captain, that's showing on the field and off the field, because he has it here and here.
23-year-olds are stupid.
I understand. I'm not discounting that he makes mistakes.
I'm playing devil's advocate with this. This is a young man who has a lot of hype surrounding him in his area where he grew up, playing for the team that he's a fan of. And put it into that perspective, he all, feeling whatever.
We broke it down. We delved into that last week.
Whatever. So at the end of the day, I feel like too much was given to him in a short amount of time.
I mean,
he's not ready for it, and he proved that he ain't ready for it.
Well, that's where a coach comes in.
True.
One or two things is going to happen when you put them in that position. Either they're going to rise to it and shine through it, or you see what he had to find out. This isn't his guy, but he was willing to give him a shot at being the guy because remember when they benched him, he said it in the press conference. He was like, we gave him 4 weeks. We didn't see the progress we thought we would see. So we're going to go with Kyle because he knows the offense better. And we're going to see what he can do with the same personnel that Dwayne had.
But my question is this. You said he gave him a shot, but did he really?
Yes. He gave him 4 games. And he gave Kyle 4 games. Unfortunately, Kyle got hurt in the 4th game. Sure. Then he put Alex Smith in there. Sure. And we saw what happened with the offense. So the same personnel that he had, other players were making better things happen. Once he went out the game, the offense started moving. They had 40 points and 30 points in 2 weeks back to back. Right. That hasn't happened in I don't know when.
So take a step back. What do you think about the offensive line?
I mean, it needs work, but they've been serviceable all year.
Well, you have 2 quarterbacks that are down.
Yeah, well, that's because we have an offensive coordinator that believes in throwing the ball too much and not running the ball. Because, like I said, it's the same thing when we had Jay. That's why I'm not really biting his head off, because he has to learn. Jay was the offensive coordinator for 7 years before he was a head coach. He knows NFL football because he had Marvin Lewis basically holding his hand and making him call the proper plays. So with this guy, Scott Turner, even though he's Norv Turner's son and saw him win 3 Super Bowls running the ball in Dallas, these new age offensive coordinators are their own worst enemy because they want to be a genius and want to be dynamic and throw off the other team instead of just playing football. Football is football. You can fancy it up, you can design it all pretty if you want to, but at the end of the day, it still comes to running the ball, time of possession, and a dominant defense. And we saw with the Washington football team, when they do that, they win. But when they throw the ball 50 times and run the ball 20, no, we're not built for that. And then you already have McLaurin, your top wide receiver was out. You got a quarterback that you don't really have faith in. No. And Turner, he hasn't been doing Haskins any favors. So I'm not going to all put it on Haskins because his strength is throwing on the run. Rollouts, misdirection, offensive line goes one way, he goes the other way. Wide receivers open because the defense is trying to figure out what's going on. When they do that, it works. When they don't, You get these 2 interception games that look ugly as hell, where you have some dude, I can't even pronounce his name, come in the game and look better than you and lead him to a touchdown. Taylor Hitchkey or some, I don't know. But now they're even talking about he might be the starter next week if Alex can't go. So the fact that he had those 7 weeks on the bench, and when he came back in the game last week and he threw that almost interception, I saw the same issues I saw before. He threw flat-footed. He had a clean pocket, so I can understand if it was pressure, but he had a clean pocket. And he threw the ball flat-footed. The ball sailed and it was almost an interception in the crucial time of the game when they still had the lead.
So you feel like he didn't use those 7 weeks wisely is what you're saying?
Exactly. He had, because like Rivera said, when he benched him, when they asked him, do you think this is going to adversely affect the young quarterback's psyche and how do you expect him to succeed when you bench him? One or two things is going to happen. You're going to rise to the occasion or you're going to fold like a wet paper bag.
And you felt like he folded.
I think he can be successful elsewhere. He has to get out of this area because obviously he cannot be around that same circle of people and be effective. And I've made this argument. People say that it's hard to play in New York or L.A. because it's a big market, but the difference in those places is after 12 o'clock, there's still some cultural things to do. After 12 o'clock in the city, ain't nothing but fuckery. We've seen in the past with some of the Wizards play, they get a big who was it? Can't remember his name. Bama got signed his contract on Tuesday morning. Got arrested Tuesday night for going on 14th Street to go pick up a prostitute.
That's something to do, though.
But I mean, DC
You can call that. You can't spend $300 on an escort. You gonna spend $40 on a prostitute when you just signed a multi-million-dollar deal?
Check ain't clear. And you should know about $40.
He's still an NBA player. Hey, if I had that money, I'd have went for the escort that night. I'd have splurged.
Let me tell you something. And it's not just our athletes. A lot of athletes have literally come to DC and got themselves in trouble. Look at Allen Iverson. He had so much trouble in DC.
I mean, but he was basically 757 ain't that far away.
So
he was up here before, so he knew the scene before he got to Georgetown.
What I'm saying is he done got himself in trouble in DC, and I'm not talking about just when he was in Georgetown.
Yeah,
as a
that's
professional athlete,
DC
he got himself in trouble. So and we have artists that get in trouble in DC.
That's what I say. DC is a messed up town.
It's not. I don't want to say messed
up.
It's easy to get in trouble.
You know why Cat Stacks retired? You know who Cat Stacks was? She was a chick that was on. She would film rappers after she was sleeping them. So you know why she retired, right?
Why?
Because she had to do this joint where she filmed Soulja Boy like doing coke.
Oh shit.
And then she said she had some stuff on Bow Wow and Fabulous. When she came to DC in one of the clubs, one of Fabulous' cousins or Bow Wow's cousins, that girl dragged her, beat the piss out of her. The next thing you know, when she got on social media, she was like, I was lying about Soulja Boy. I just chopped up some aspirin. But then somebody told her, it was like, oh, no, that was one of their people that caught her in DC. They beat the piss out of her. Like, they literally walked up to her while she was, like, sitting down. They ain't really say much. Mop.
Oh, boy.
Shit happens in DC.
Excuse me, just got some breaking news from one of my Sports on the Hill folks about Haskins. This man declined the interview after the game.
Yes.
As a starting quarterback.
Yes. Of course he would.
He's done.
He declined the interview because he knows what they're going to ask him.
And you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the good. Yeah, he's done.
They'll be like, why you suck?
Okay,
he doesn't.
This is a 23-year-old who knows he's done wrong. Yeah. He feels like he's on top of the world, and he knows what they're going to ask him. He does not want to be asked those questions.
But you can't run away from those.
You're right. You can't. I know that.
Well, a strip party. Why you have no mask? Did a stripper cough on you?
Are you afraid you're going to be in trouble? You think you're going to get cut?
Are you going to get unemployed next year?
You think that's why you suck today?
You know, unemployment is at an all-time high.
To end it all.
You know they're not paying out right now.
I hate to say it, but I guess I was wrong about Haskins. I thought that he could. No, I mean, I've been wrong a few times, not many, but a few times when it comes. I mean, like I said, we have a 96% correct rate on our show. With anything that we've put out there, we've been pretty much correct on. So whenever I'm wrong, I have no problem admitting I was wrong. But this is just my opinion. This isn't something I said was going to be fact. I said that he had the chance to be great if he took his job seriously. From what I was hearing when they first drafted him,
so maybe
he was
wrong because he didn't take it serious.
Yeah,
but it's still. I didn't
was
put my
trying to
rep.
help you and tell
Yeah,
you
but
that
it's
you
too late. I
may have
didn't put
been
my
right.
rep. I didn't put my rep on the line
No,
behind
you
this
didn't,
dude.
because you literally said exactly what happens.
Yeah.
I really feel like he has the potential to be a great leader, quarterback, but he's not doing it the right way. He's young and dumb. He's stupid. He's 23, and I can guarantee when he's 33, he's gonna look back at this year and say, you know what, I did.
I mean, think about all the shit you did when you was 23.
Right.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to be the quarterback of the Washington football team. I was just throwing boxes at Frito-Lay and being the neighborhood. Yeah.
And thought.
Yeah. See, I wasn't trying to. I
Out
wasn't.
in these streets.
That's what I'm saying.
Would you have
That
been-
I could do
hold on,
that.
at 23, would you have gone with your girlfriend at some little stripper party?
See, 20.
His girlfriend would have been
Don't-
a
don't-
stripper.
I think I
know
might
why
have been
he's
because I
acting
think
like
I
he's
might have been
thinking
dating a stripper at that time, so then it would have fell into line.
So you would have done that,
But we weren't.
despite the fact that it may have put some things in jeopardy.
But the
Oh,
fact that when
you
I
go to stripper to the family cookout.
He wasn't 23.
no, I was like close to 30.
Oh, so you knew better.
I was just
No, he
doing
didn't
at
know
that
that.
point.
No.
It was just for pure irritation at the picnic because I knew who was going to be there. So I just wanted to have. I just want to do. I was like, what could I do to really piss these motherfuckers off? I'm gonna bring a stripper,
We saw.
and we gonna
Everybody- like,
and
you
we
got-
stayed all day.
Look, we were at the little cookout and music playing, and when he walked in with this stripper and two kids, okay, it was like, the music
I like
stopped.
I told you when I get in
Wait,
asshole
was it 2
mode.
or 3 kids?
It was just 2. My
Okay,
nephew wasn't
yeah.
born yet.
Right.
I had my
yeah,
nieces.
That was my baby.
Yeah.
Oh, his nephew was so cute when he was little. I was, oh.
Yeah, I got my 2 nieces. It was a good day, man.
Yeah,
I know I
so
pissed off a
imagine.
lot of people that day.
I bet. Speaking of pissed off, is are we gonna get a caller today?
Probably.
Oh boy.
Tell that caller to call in.
I'm sending a message right now.
Oh shit.
Cause we got some things that we need to put on the table.
Oh lord.
What's wrong?
All right, I'll put some things on the table. All
I'm
right.
just saying we might, we
Like,
might.
yeah.
Wait, what you gonna put on the table? Ew, what you gonna put on the table?
Hey,
Somebody clean the bar.
This is not that kind of show.
Waitress.
Fuck that. Somebody burn the bar.
Clean it up.
We need a
Next
towel.
week, next week we should be at a different location.
We need a towel.
I know. You need more than that. Need some
CPP will not
bleach.
defile this bar.
Right? The sanctity of the
Stand
bar.
back. Working with a monster.
Oh,
I can't.
this happens when we watch Friday, you drink malt liquor.
Right. You can't have
I ain't had no more liquor in a
Crown.
while. I need to get some. I ain't had no more liquor in a
Ain't
minute.
Crown considered like a third drink too?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But not Crown Apple.
Crown is considered a third
Yeah,
drink.
straight Crown. Crown Apple. It's
It
like
doesn't
a
ma-
it's like a
because back
fruity
in the
drink.
day, when we determined that was a third drink, that was not there. And
Exactly.
also,
Now this is a
Apple is
fruity.
not-
Oh, shit.
This is fruity.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
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 Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear you.
we hear you.
Hi guys.
Hi, how
What's
are you?
going on, Miss Lady?
Hello.
We're wonderful.
Welcome to At the Bar.
Can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you.
Look. Who are we speaking with? Hi, T. We have the. What'd you say? Yes,
Yeah,
he's
yes,
here.
I am here. She calling me out.
CP3 is here.
I'm sipping on a drink.
Uh-oh. Did you get her gift?
Which gift?
Uh-oh.
Oh, nah, it's still I think UPS might have cuffed that joint. Somebody else using that joint right now.
Oh, we need a tracking number.
Yeah, you gotta send me the tracking number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, send that over. I'm gonna find that motherfucker.
Wait a minute.
It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So how things going out there in Cactus City? Cool. Yeah, it was cold here today again.
So, T, tell us what What are you calling in for today?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
If you're watching, do you hear this? Do you hear the music change?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we was just talking about Dwayne Haskins.
We were talking about football, but I would love to get your insight on relationships.
Yes. Yes, we would love to hear that.
Let's go. You here for this?
Yes, she's here for it. Yes. Come, honey. Yes.
So, could you date a reformed male doctor? Let's just start right there.
So we just throw alley oops tonight, huh? We just throw alley oops tonight.
Hey, she said she would. She said what we want to talk about.
Oh shit.
No, you can say that. You can say
Yeah,
that.
say what you want.
Because this is the first call for CP3.
They're always doing what they do.
See, that's what happens when you label people.
So, let's hear a counterpoint.
I mean,
CP3, you have a rebuttal?
Oh yeah, surely I do. I mean, when you truly a whore in recovery, that means you recognize your whoredom. You don't want to go there anymore, and you want to have a successful relationship, and you know by being a whore that isn't going to happen.
So I think CP3 is trying to say that you can stop being a whore if you really, really try.
Yeah, if you want to change, it's like with anything in life. If you want to change, you can make that change. I didn't want to be a whore anymore. It was a great life. I enjoyed it.
So what are your thoughts about that?
I have done nothing to you. I, no, hold up. Hold up. I haven't been whoring myself out for a few years now. I haven't gotten none since March. That's a big difference.
So in March you were in a relationship?
No, but I wasn't whoring myself out. I was only dealing with one female at the time.
Oh, so you had like a boo, like a...
It was like a quick little situation, and she, as they all do, all of a sudden disappeared like a ghost in the wind or a fart in the wind.
She disappear, or you? And did you just call her a fart?
I'm just saying.
Did you just?
I'm just saying.
Just called her a fart.
We was talking every day.
You called a female a fart.
The way she disappeared was like a fart in the wind. I didn't say that she was a fart in the wind. Come on, don't mix my analogies up.
Compared her to a
No,
fart
I
in the
compared the
wind.
way she disappeared like a
Okay.
fart. You know, when you fart in the wind, that's how you go.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, that's different.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, we kicked it for a little while, you know, had a little fun. The next thing I know, she said something about she might be going to California. The next thing I know, tried to call her, and I guess she went to California. Say what? I mean, she was saying she didn't like the area. She had, you know, just lost her job, trying to find a new gig, and she done did it before. She went cross country and started fresh. She's like, it might be, you know, time to do that. Next thing I know,
So you ran her away.
for some reason, when I stopped dealing with females, like I had a stretch where like 3 of my girlfriends moved to North Carolina after we broke up. I don't know why. They just
Damn,
moved
you
to
changed
North.
motherfuckers out the state?
I mean, because when you do me wrong, like I said, I have a vindictive
What?
personality.
What do you mean when you do me wrong? What was you about to say?
When you do me wrong, I will do you wrong even worse.
And then they run away.
Because they realize how that they fucked up, and then I'm a crazy motherfucker. Yes.
So can I ask I guess a question? What do you look for in a man?
You. What do you look for in a man?
Oh, you got one thing going for you, CP3.
Honey, I'm all about chocolate. Like, so what's it going
Okay.
I'm gonna take it both for all three ways. Fuck it.
melanin in chocolate. Like, I like smart men. I like funny men. I can be
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
I think you said that a
I think
couple
you got.
or 3 times.
I think you got one of our co-hosts blushing.
is to hold your own in that regard. So, yeah. But I love chocolate.
So you don't like Drake Color Brothers? You don't like Drake Color Brothers?
I think it's
That's
about Drake.
yeah, like white chocolate.
I like full chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. You like Drake Color Brothers? And that was the only time I had that. You like Drake Color Brothers? Flip up. No. You said Drake? I appreciate the white chocolate. I do, but it's just okay. So I dabbled in white chocolate. Like,
So what was wrong with the white chocolate? I'm just curious.
and that was the only time I had that, little flip up. No. I mean, I appreciate.
So what's the bigger difference between white chocolate
I do,
and
but it's just not
chocolate?
I want to eat. I don't know.
So what was wrong with the white chocolate? I'm curious.
It just look at you different. Wrong with it. It's just,
Mhm.
differently.
Yeah.
So what's the bigger difference between white
She said, honey. But I mean, I will agree with her.
I don't know. Different. I mean, chocolate can talk you in a way that it just look at you different. Talk to you different. It smells different.
Now,
It's just.
CP3 had a question. He wanted to go back to this mouth comment that you said.
Go ahead, say it,
He
CP3.
made some comments.
Now I'm just saying, you say take it how you want to take it, Oh, I'm gonna take it,
Uh-oh. He said he gonna take it how he want to take it.
Yeah,
So, what the hell do you and CP3 be talking about?
You be philosophizing and shit,
What?
I ain't asking you, did you? I'm asking her.
Yeah, we want to hear her side of things.
Yeah, because you victim blaming.
Yeah.
She tricked me into this conversation about
We
sex.
know y'all cool, but we want to, because I know I'm your female friend, but I'm like, you like my brother and I like trash you on air.
Yeah.
We want to know from another perspective.
What y'all be talking about at night?
Oh, at night? Oh, wait. Look, he looking around like, what? At night.
We be talking about some real shit. Yeah, y'all check on to see how her day was, see what's going on
See,
out
I'm
there.
bullshitting you.
Nah, I mean, we talk about some adult things too,
Like what?
She say I got a pretty mouth, I say she got a pretty mouth too,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's really
That's the most
nice.
honest thing you said all day.
I'm just saying,
That's really nice. That's so sweet.
we grown.
Hmm. But let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
What's your perception of CP3? Like, do you think that he is misunderstood like he says he is?
You think he's a victim?
So we just throwing alley. I used to be a whore. If I was still a whore, my dick would not be dry. I'm sorry. I want to hug and hump. Fuck that.
She said she trying to get somebody to come suck it up. Aww.
You think if you got with CP3, you would turn him out?
You don't think you could turn him out?
I keep on, and this is a classic misconception. Just because I was the king of white bitches for 5 years does not mean that's all I do. I told you, only color I worry about is green and pink. Weed, money, and pussy. That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But if folks want to put me in that category, that's cool.
Okay.
I'll take that.
But that's your preference, though, right?
But let's play
It isn't
devil-
my preference. It's just I had better experiences when I dealt with them financially.
Let's play devil's advocate.
Uh-huh.
You can't say Well, they put me in there if your title is the king of white bitches.
But that was only for 5 years of my 43 years on this planet.
I
Is
have-
that going to label
Excuse
me as
I
only
have
like
never been
Caucasian?
a queen of white.
That's only because black
Vicious.
women, black women aren't attracted to white men mostly, except for the pretty motherfuckers
But I
like
know
Brad
so
Pitt.
many black women that date white men.
Yeah, they
There
are.
are a
They
lot.
will date them, but
But
there's
here's the
more
thing.
that won't.
Because I have never dated a white guy, and it's not because it just never happened that way.
Yeah.
Okay, but because of that, you can't label me that.
No,
I've
but
never
it just
been
happened
the
that.
queen of white men. So with that said,
But if you've
I
never had
understand
any
why
experience-
you were given this stereotype, as you may say.
Because I was doing research.
How many white girls have you ever dated?
In that stretch.
Wait. Let me rephrase that. How many white girls you ever fucked?
Oh, now come on. Damn, see,
Exactly.
now
And why
dated
couldn't
and
you
fucked
become-
is two different things.
Hold on,
That's
why
a
couldn't
bit-
you become a Muslim? Tell us again.
because white women is swine. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I love bacon
All right.
and
So therefore,
they disqualified me from being, even though I still had faith, but because I like those two things,
So
I
you
couldn't
like
be
that dude on
defended.
the living color? No. I'm gonna get you something.
Swine,
You
my
got-
brother.
You the bean pie eating dude talk about pro-black shit. Come out with a white girl.
Yeah. It's about ending the racism, man. Only way we can end it is if we all crossbreed and can't nobody hate nobody. Because you are. That's my lot. That's my logic.
I was about to say that's your.
That's my
logic.
lot. Because you
not
think
how
about it,
integrate
if you integrate all the races, how are you going to hate one race when it's part of you who you are?
Well, that's already kind of how it is.
But it's more point blank. They don't want to go on that DNA shit to see that they're not 100% white or 100% whatever. But when you have them sitting across from you at the Thanksgiving table, it ain't no denying that shit. That's like all those racist white dudes that say, I'm never going to see my mixed grandkids, and then you see them on Facebook playing with the little motherfuckers and shit. Because they don't embrace it because their mentality. You know you just seen that shit. You know you just seen I love my little nigga babies. You know what I'm saying?
What? How do they play with the grandkids?
They be tossing little motherfuckers over there. Like, yeah, I love my little nigga baby. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You've seen it happen. I told you. I lived in a house. I'm just saying. I lived in a house with 8 white people for like 2 years, so I've seen some shit. I've experienced some shit. So I'm trying to give y'all the insight that y'all probably will never get.
Oh, okay.
Because y'all would never do no crazy shit like that.
Like what?
Live in a house.
Because it sounded like you was in a compound.
Nah.
Every time you talk about it.
Because I was like, but it was crazy because I was like the daddy. They wouldn't eat till like I got home
Compound,
from.
that's what I said.
I don't know. It was like
So
crazy.
why you gotta be the king? Why can't you be the daddy?
Because it just got crazy at one point, man. It's like I would just look at a white girl and she would like, I want to suck your dick. I'm like,
and you would say, okay.
I can turn down pussy, but I cannot turn down head.
So what happened if you in a good relationship and a girl with a wet mouth says she wants to suck your
Back
dick?
in the day, yeah, I'd have pulled my dick out. Now, I say no now because I'm not looking for that. I done had that.
So
Been
what
there,
are you
done it.
looking for?
I mean, I want to be in a relationship
With who?
with whoever will have me and can deal with me.
Dang. What that you?
Because I know I'm
The
an
bar is
asshole.
low.
I'm an asshole. So if you can deal with me, you can deal with anybody.
So she doesn't have to be white.
No, I've never said that.
No, I'm just making sure.
All I said, she gotta have good credit. That's all I said.
Why does she need good credit? Wait.
I'm just joking.
T, do you know your credit score? Because I think someone.
You can download Credit Karma right now.
Someone wants you to make sure your credit is A1.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, I'm just.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know how to clean a handgun?
I think she do.
Yes.
I think yeah.
shit.
She in Arizona. She know how to
Let's
clean.
put this out there. T is my friend.
Yeah, so
And yes.
she carry blades. She carry guns.
Wait, hold on. Don't put no stigma on me.
So
Yes, I have a blade. So what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't
so
have a
T,
blade
I'm
on
gonna say
me.
it like this. When I just asked you, did you know how to clean a gun? And he said yeah, and you said yes. You ever seen the Tom and Jerry joint? Like hearts come in their eyes.
And it came out his chest.
It came out his chest, like in the mask.
Can you do it blindfolded?
Oh, you just piqued his interest. You said, damn, she clean a gun?
He's like
Sexy.
a woman after my heart, and she has a pretty mouth.
She got a pretty mouth and nothing like the scent of gun oil.
Hey, brother, you getting into my shit now. That's my wheelhouse, baby.
That's his favorite perfume.
Gun oil and shampoo.
And cannabis for men too.
Cannabis?
Cannabis for men. That's my favorite color. Cannabis
So
for
you
men.
got gun oil, some weed, and some shampoo. He's yours.
Yep.
I mean, I don't need the shampoo, so I don't so much shampoo.
For her, she makes sure her hair. You
Don't
don't
you
want
want to
her.
run your fingers through her hair?
I mean, I can.
Don't you want her to
Probably
have
pull that
clean
shit.
hair?
Probably
You
pull
just
that
want
shit.
to pull it.
Yeah, pull that shit.
You know, you
Hit it.
can change much.
I'm just saying, she
You
knows she
a lot
like
of-
that
A lot of
shit.
black women say they don't like that.
I mean, if she asks for it, I would give it to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ain't just gonna do it.
Oh, you just not gonna. Oh, you change your ways.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, black women in hair. Yeah, you don't fuck around. No. I ain't trying to get stabbed in the bedroom. Fuck that.
So T, do you have any advice you would give to CP3?
Oh Lord.
But as far as him continuing to be the whore that he is,
Yes, that would be lovely.
no, like you should continue to do him, like be the best whore that you can, like really. Own
See,
it.
but when I did that, it got me nowhere.
Like I said, as far as him continuing to be the whore that he is,
I'm lovable, but I'm not trying to be a whore anymore. I'm trying to be a whore for one.
to do him, like be the best.
I can't keep giving this away to just anybody. I gotta respect myself. I gotta look myself in the mirror in the morning.
Okay, so T, he says he wants to not be a whore for the masses. Okay, so what can he do?
Talk about. He could even say that shit with a straight face.
Yes, he did. I was trying to slide past that.
He could even say that shit with a straight face.
Oh man.
Why would he?
I'm just saying that's the truth, man. I've been a whore before. I've been there, done that. That was like a good 10, 15 year stretch of my life. That's all I did
When was
was
the last time you looked in the mirror?
this morning.
Okay, what did you say?
No, I need some.
So wait, you looked in the mirror and said to yourself, I need some.
You goddamn right.
Hey T, can I tell you a story?
Oh shit.
You want to hear a story, T? So the person in the story will remain nameless, but this person said that he was at a gas station
Oh man.
and two women took him home and forced him into a threesome.
I believe the word was kidnap.
Yes, they kidnapped him.
They kidnapped him and made him do a threesome.
Made him.
And then he took his $40 and rolled.
Do you believe that?
It wasn't even 40 back in the day.
Okay, so let me, for clarity, two women at a gas station hit on one gentleman, forced him into a threesome, paid $45.
No, there was no $40 involved.
No
back then.
$40. They didn't take his
It
money.
was just
We
a
don't
straight.
think.
It was just straight fun, and then
Okay.
they used me
Did
for
you
my
just
penis.
describe a kidnapping as fun?
I mean, it's like
Okay.
Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? They used my.
So was it fun or was it a kidnapping?
It was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of both.
So, see, would you believe that if someone told you that story?
But he was forced into a fun threesome, is
Yes.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah, they offered me marijuana. I went over to their house, and the next thing I know, my penis was in one of their mouths, and I was.
Wait.
Yeah.
So they offered you marijuana. You didn't have it in you.
So
You
that
didn't
was the
have
I
it.
had
candy.
some, too.
Hold on, that was the candy. I had weed. Right, but see, he's saying that the marijuana was like the candy. Like they pulled up and said, "Hey, I have weed."
Because
Come
I was
over to the
smoking
van."
because I was smoking at the time.
Oh, so you
At
was-
the
So you was smoking.
I was smoking because here's the story. I went into I left the bar. I was feeling nice, so to balance out the alcohol, I always hit a little Jada, balance it out. So I had just started hitting it and I had needed gas, so I saw the gas station. I was like, I ain't feel like putting it out. It was like 2 a.m, so I walked into the gas station, smoking my J. Let me get 15 on pump 1. As I'm getting ready to walk out, this chick walk in and was like, "Oh, it's like that." I'm like, "Yeah." She like, "Can I hit that?" All right, go ahead.
Wait, you let random people? What was this? The 70s?
This was like the late 90s.
that's too soon for you to be doing
I was a
that.
generous
Did you
connoisseur.
Did you check her for herpes or something on her lip? Like STD or
I
something?
mean,
Or a wire? I mean, late 90s? Hello?
I didn't give a damn.
Clearly.
I was living a different life, so I didn't give a fuck. You know,
Exactly.
I was, and that's what I was deep in my whoredom at that time. You are correct. I'm just saying, I was. Hey, I was deep in my whoredom at that time. You are
Hold
correct.
on. Key question. This changes the dynamics.
Okay.
Did she have a fat butt?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the reason why you went.
I mean, they offered me a good time to go
And
smoke some
she
weed
had a
and
fat
go.
butt.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like I
that's
said, I
the
was in
reason
my
why you
whoredom.
said, sure, you can hit this.
Well,
because she had a
no.
fat butt and you wanted to hit that.
No,
That's
I've
the
always
reason.
been a generous smoker. I've always been a generous smoker. If I roll up over my boy house and there's somebody I don't know over there and I got a J and he don't, hey, you want to hit this? Hey, thanks, man, no problem. So it doesn't matter if you're male or female.
You're a generous smoker.
No doubt. That's
But
a-
you're extra generous when it's female persuasion.
Yeah, I pass the blunt a little bit faster. I ain't gonna lie, you know. But you know, it was what I was going through at that point in my life. That point in my life was real crazy. So I had a whole bunch of off the wall shit happen.
Yeah.
I was on my way home, and the next thing I know, I was in these young ladies' apartment getting used. My penis getting
Next
used.
thing he knows.
We were watching a movie. They actually turned the movie I've been trying to get you to watch, Snatch. They turned me on to Snatch that night. We was watching
Yeah,
Snatch.
Something was snatched, all right.
Because you did one, something was snatched, and two, you
Yeah,
couldn't stand
something
the
was
fucking
snatched,
no way.
love. We definitely know something was snatched
I mean,
that night.
like I say, it was a crazy night, man. Yeah, it was a wild night,
What
man.
up, Black Scorp? Thanks for tuning in.
It was a wild night.
It's always a wild night with you.
I'm just saying, I've had some. That's why I said I gotta write a book. Some of the shit that's happened to me, y'all wouldn't believe that
You ever
shit.
had a midget?
Nah, my boys love midgets. I ain't really been turned on by a midget before.
What?
A couple of my boys, they wanted the chick Bridget the midget. They would always be talking about that little porn. I'm like, why do you want to fuck a midget?
Have you ever watched a porno with a midget?
Nah, I think I might have watched one by accident. I was scrolling and I hit it twice by accident. Next thing I know, I watched a little midget fuck somebody.
Lady Antoinette.
I might have watched one by accident.
Did you know on Pornhub when you scroll and you might hit the
But
joint
you
twice?
gotta click on it.
But you might hit it twice by accident when you're trying to scroll to the
Or
next
you
one.
left it on.
I looked at it for like 10 seconds to see what it was about.
See, I think this brother right here lost cause.
I'm just saying.
Let me get this straight. You watched a porno with a midget.
I mean, I saw like 15, 20 seconds of it. But some of my folks, they want to fuck a midget. I don't know what to turn on there.
Would you go to a midget stripper?
I don't know about midget. I done had a short stripper, but not a midget
Like,
stripper.
how tall was she?
She was like 4'11".
She was right there. She was right
So
there.
what makes a midget? What, 4'5", 4'6"? I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
Why, you gonna try to get a foot?
I'm gonna go get a tape measure and find out, nigga. I'm just saying.
So beware, everyone.
Acquiring minds want to know.
Three walking around with a tape measure.
T, how tall are you, T?
Why you gonna try to get a foot?
How tall are you? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I done climbed trees before, girl.
No, she's saying that because you probably want a midget.
How tall are you?
I've never been
She's not a
turned on,
midget,
but I've never been.
so.
See, all these labels and classifications you're throwing around and misconceptions. I don't discriminate. She can be 4'11", she can be 6'2".
I love when people start using these educated big
Yeah,
words.
because I gotta clarify myself. I
Earlier, he was
gotta.
making up some words, so I'm
You goddamn right. 'Cause I gotta
You can find them in
clarify.
a dictionary. I'm good.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna pull up the source out in a little while.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I don't label.
Tamika Joy, you missed it, Dan. I mean, boys.
I don't label things. I don't put people in boxes because I know you can't put me in one. So if you cool, you know who you are, you sexy, you talk some shit, and you can fuck, we cool. And I think you probably fit a couple of those categories. So you know it is what it is. You know what I'm
Are you
saying?
shooting your
Are you
shot?
shooting
I'm just saying.
T?
I'm just saying.
T, I think he's shooting his shot, boy.
You gotta-
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Uh-oh.
We waiting. Should I need to play some music? Some Japanese music.
Do, 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 do,
Well,
do.
see, looks like I got some Japanese music.
You got a reply?
She might have to think on that because she said she don't date whores.
I'm just saying. I'm going on the record because I'm just tired of it. Fuck it.
You tired of what?
I'm tired of the bullshit with everybody. Not her. She cool.
Okay.
I'm just tired of the whole bullshit dating game, man. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired.
So
of it.
you're not really dating right now?
No, I mean, because it's frustrating. Because, like I say, I don't want to go. See, we ain't had a battle of the sexes show, so I ain't really trying to go on all this. But it's so many women that's been hurt by shitty dudes that they hold the next dude accountable, and that shit get old and get boring. And then they want to get mad at me because I don't want to deal with the bullshit. I'm like, I don't want to do the time for the crime somebody else did. I know niggas ain't shit. I know actions speak louder than words, but if I continue to prove myself and show them about my word, why is it that because I say something that remind you what Leroy did that ran off with your sister or whatever, and then we got to go through all of this bullshit over again? Oh, you're just like the rest of them. If you're not ready for a relationship, work on yourself and then jump back out there.
Okay.
I did it because you got to know who you are. If you can't love yourself, ain't nobody else gonna love you. Yeah, man.
Theme music. I want you to repeat all that.
I'm just saying, bro. I got it's the last show of 2020, man. I feel like I had to get some shit off my chest, bro. Like I said, I ain't been on the air since last week because I ain't do my show. So I said, fuck it, man. Motherfuckers need to be real. If you can't be who you are and you don't love yourself, don't get in another fucking relationship. Don't go out here throwing that pussy around, getting pregnant, and next thing you know, you got another nigga trapped for 18 years. Or don't be a sorry nigga that ain't got nowhere to go and you get a chick pregnant because you tired of living in your mama basement. Now you gonna move in with her and use her food stamps. Man the fuck up, woman the fuck up. Know who the fuck you are. Find. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm tired. It's some shit I need to get off my chest. And the Crown, sponsored by Crown Apple. You goddamn right. I've been trying to get this shit off my chest for a minute. We ain't had a chance to, because we ain't had a chance to do our Battle of the Sexes show just because of all the crazy shit.
We gonna get there. We
definitely gonna get
and
there.
You know what? We need to bring T into the studio.
Oh, that'd be
we could set that all up.
That would be great.
Air,
that would be
and we
great.
can have T come in.
That would be great. Because I know she gonna be real.
Yeah, she gonna be.
She ain't got no cut cards. I learned that already.
Oh
well, wow. What y'all be talking about late at night?
You gonna ask it again?
Y'all be phone boning?
Nah, she always accusing me of only liking Caucasian women.
I mean,
Did you send her a picture?
Not yet. I got some if she want one though.
See, he said he got pictures if you want them.
Kind of silent.
He got pictures if you want them.
He said his name is Arby's. He got the meat.
I got the meats for sandwiches. Hey, because I was in the world. You know my classic line I always use. You know my classic line I always use. I had a girl over because we had a food truck come for Christmas or whatever for the dealership, and they had some so-called barbecue brisket sliders, and they were horrible. So I made the mistake of getting them, and I was telling folks, yeah, don't get them, man. Them sliders and the barbecue joints suck. And the girl was like, why do you say that? Like, well, I do my own, brisket sometimes. I get down on the grill. She's like, oh, for...
You told her you was going to put your meat in her mouth?
Yeah, she was like, for real? Why don't you bring some in? I said, you want to put my meat in your mouth? She just looked at me.
You are not supposed to have these conversations in the workplace.
She
you were sitting next to the HR lady. Like, really?
But that was that was after we had cracked the bottle of effing vodka at work because we was already celebrating for Christmas. It's like 3:00 in the afternoon. We already had a bottle.
Nah, here's the real question. What color was the female?
She was a black female.
Oh.
A little 21, 22. You know what?
What?
She was a nice little 23-year-old. I ain't had no 23-year-old cootie cat in a long time. That shit like the fountain of youth, baby.
Oh my stars.
So
help us.
So T, CP3 produced this song for this artist called Submissive.
Oh yeah, that's why I did see you that, Joy.
Are you a submissive female?
I'm about to say hell no.
I
It's
feel
a fight.
like, but nah, real talk.
It's a fight with her
And
every
me and T were
conversation.
talking about being submissive at some point. I feel like any woman can be submissive to the right man.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to put that out there.
No.
To be submissive in nature is one thing, but you don't have to be submissive in nature to actually be able to submit to a man. Because I'm not a submissive person, but I can submit to the right person, if that makes sense.
That
Yeah,
does, that
because
makes
I
very,
think
that
it's
makes
how
very
the
good
word
sense.
is used.
That makes very good sense.
Correct.
So when it's used in you submitting to your mate
Mm-hmm.
and in the right content, it's not a bad word.
Right.
Well, when I just thought, oh, you submissive? You know what I'm saying? Well,
see, some folks think about the freaky side of it.
To your woman, they might think you whooped.
Right.
Well, some
But
might think of the
but
other
in
submissive
any
side.
relationship,
People need to educate themselves as well.
yeah.
I feel like the word
You know what I'm saying? Well, dude, you automatically think if you submit to your woman,
Mm-hmm.
your
but
man
it's empowerment and power in being submissive to your man, whomever that person is to you. So I feel like a lot of times if you don't feel like he's worthy of that, then you're not going to try to attain that or be that for him.
Right.
If you feel something missing from that leadership, you're going to try to seek that elsewhere. Because at a certain point, you get tired of having the same conversation like you saying. You get tired of talking. You get tired of saying things repeatedly because you just sound stupid on that level.
Mhm.
And you also feel like, maybe this person doesn't care enough to want to change what this broad conversation. So why submit to someone who doesn't even have the bandwidth to understand that this isn't working and I need to change it to make it better?
Amen.
Right.
That's facts. That's facts.
Right.
That's what I say. She's good to have a conversation with.
So,
She's good
We're
conversation.
gonna
people.
play your track submissive.
And I want to get. I told you I want to get Renegade on this track on the bridge, man. I would love for him to spit a track on this
Do you
joint.
want a woman to submit to you?
I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to submit, but she has to understand the give and take in a relationship and be able to
But
compromise.
when we come back after this song, I'm gonna ask her a question that's gonna make CP3 really uncomfortable.
Oh Lord.
She has to want to do it. Like, it shouldn't be anything someone should have to convince her to do or have to keep telling her to do.
True.
She has to want to do it for him in order for it to work.
Amen.
If she doesn't want to do it, guess what? She has to want to do it. Like, it's just not
No, that's facts.
That's facts.
That's facts.
So let me play this, and then I'm gonna let CP3 one know what question I'm gonna ask you when we finish this song.
Yeah, my artist Brian Hart, baby, submissive. Beats by CP3, baby.
It's just not going to happen.
that's fact. So, when you play this, and then I'm gonna
Listen to the words.
question I'm gonna ask
Hey, this is my track. I produced this track, damn it. This one of my babies right here. Yeah, this one of my babies right here. All of my tracks are babies, man. I got like 50 of these motherfuckers. That's my pop right there.
That's all?
Yo, yeah, your track stopped. Nah, I'm sorry. It's stopped. Hold on.
It was about to get funky right there. That's my
Said it
part.
was about to get
That's my
fun.
part right there, man.
He's about to make a baby.
CP3 turned his beard all the way up.
I had this.
to this song.
I forgot we produced that track like about a year ago. Before he didn't mess around and had 2 kids in less than a year. This song inspired.
Was it because of the track?
Right.
It's actually this song is actually about him and his baby mother right now because they had. This is ironic. We used to work together. They broke up right before he started working in a new job. So every day I would come to work. She would talk to me about him. He was calling me talking about her. So I was like, dude, why don't y'all just talk? You fucked up, bruh. Go back, make it right. Next thing I know, they back together. We make this track. He play it for her. That helped them get back together. Next thing you know, They got a boy and a girl a year and a half later. He didn't wait the 6 weeks. He didn't wait the 6 weeks.
So are you the godfather?
Technically, I could be, but I'm not. But yeah.
Because as a godfather, something happens, so you are responsible to take care of them.
I already have 2 other godsons. I already know.
But
you don't sound thrilled about it.
I mean, it's never mind. I don't want to get messed up.
Hold on. Beware. This song makes babies.
So T, if he plays this song for you,
run.
Yeah.
Plays this song for you, bro. He rolls a blunt.
It's over.
Ooh.
And then play the song and look at you.
Yeah, I'm giving that look.
And then you're going to be pregnant.
Give it a look like The Rock with the raised eyebrow.
Yo, if you got some tequila, run.
Run fast.
If he says something like, oh, this is the, oh, but she want him hanging up.
It may have hung up on her. Oh, she lost signal.
And she do the dishes. And she do the dishes. That's my part right there.
I told you when a woman does dishes.
We talked about this. They don't cook or do dishes no more, man.
That's not what I asked you.
They know how to order DoorDash,
Who
and that's
is
it.
they?
We talking about some of the females. Well, me, him, and GOP talking about some of the females that we used to deal with that didn't
y'all
cook.
Going in the wrong market.
We know that. That's why we got out that market. We trying to upgrade, baby.
T cooks.
I know. We be talking about what she be fixing for dinner.
You lucky she was about to ask that question. It's going to get real uncomfortable.
I know.
She can call back.
Yeah, she lost signal. She can call back. But I have a lot of friends that cook.
I cook too, but I like to cook, so.
You like to cook so you can say, "Oh girl, you got my meat."
I mean, I still like to cook and say that too, but I still like to cook just for fun.
And
it's
put
just
your meat in her mouth.
Yeah, because that's the precursor to me putting my meat in her mouth, hopefully. See, Renegade can put a nice little verse right in that joint right there, man. That's what I was saying. He would spit a nice little verse in there.
Is nothing else after this?
No, it's just more break. Well, there's one more little breakdown after that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Just a nice little vibe. Just a
nice
slow
little vibe.
vibe.
Who knew a thug could make an R&B beat? That's some wild shit.
But not just R&B, it's smooth R&B.
I'm just saying, I told you I have different layers to my thugdom,
This
man.
is sensitive.
So was you drinking a Coke 45 when you made that beat?
I was drinking with a good old Billy D. I might have been that night because I made that beat probably about 2 years ago. And then, like I said, he heard it. He came over the house. I played it on the system. He's like, dude, I want to do something on that. And he mixed it. He did all the mixing and everything, and threw the auto tune on it. And yeah, he killed it. He put an LP out, Brian Hart. Go check it out. It's on the streaming platforms right now. Like I said, he got 2 babies and doing other things.
Why you gotta go from streaming platforms until you got 2 babies?
Because I felt like he had the potential to be, more. And I told him, yeah, but not with 2 babies,
yes,
man.
You can.
He's also. No, I'm just saying he's not fully independent. He's also a video director for a mega church. And he does like really real estate videos with a drone and stuff. So for him to get studio time now, along with having 2 kids and doing that, and it's just
Did you guys see Cardi? They told her she wasn't going to do nothing.
But Cardi was making money in the club. He's having to make money to support 2 kids right now.
But listen.
That's you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the time.
That's what they
CB3, you make time. Our guest who just left
has a bunch of kids.
Is a wife,
Mom.
a mom. She's a singer.
And her daughter was.
She's managing her kids.
Her daughter was in rehab when she wrote the book.
Yeah.
And
so she was going back and forth to
he's
that.
only 26, so he doesn't. We just talked about Dwayne Haskins being 23 and not knowing what a leader is. He's 26 and he doesn't know how to balance all of that stuff. Yeah, what I'm saying, but he doesn't like we know how to balance our lifestyles. He's just learning how to balance, so he doesn't have time for the music because he's devoted to his other crafts.
At 23, I had more responsibility than Dwayne.
I did too.
And I mean, no, like at 23, I moved into a 5-bedroom house, was married, had one kid, and the second one was on the way. So everyone's different. But at the end of the day, yeah, your maturity level may be at one place, but by his age, he can do it.
And then you can't always think that just because not everybody's a Dwayne Haskins.
No, I'm just saying it's been
And Dwayne ain't never had a job.
It's been 6 months since he just had his daughter, and it's been a year and a little while since he had his son, and we haven't been able to get in the studio because he has other. Like I said, I'm not hating on him. He's trying to balance it and trying to make it work. I'm just saying I told him not to do this. Don't get with her and start popping out babies because that's going to slow your potential of being where you can go because you're going to be a good father. So you're not going to shortchange raising your kids to go to the studio or go shoot a video. You're going to take care of your kids. And that's not a bad thing. But if you do that, that might stunt your growth as an artist, which is a trade-off you can make. And that's a trade-off he decided to make. And I'm not hating on that. Because I would love to have, a son, my own, but I don't. So, I made my choices.
Hi. Thanks for calling back. We understand you lost your signal.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No need for apologies. What would you do to CP3 if y'all were alone together?
Oh, damn. We going there now?
Yeah.
Good God. When do we turn a confession calling show and shit?
Okay.
You know you love me, girl.
Okay. So I think he was going a different route, and we wanted you to kind of be a little descriptive if you're comfortable with it. Yeah.
I mean, he is chocolate.
Would you rub on his bald head?
Because I feel like maybe low-key he does want to get his life together.
Low key, I mean, I can only do what I can do. Like I said, I've changed my life. I don't, do the hoarding stuff I used to do.
Can you let her finish her answer?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, T. I'm sorry to cut you off.
I was waiting for her to say she was gonna rub on your bald head, but you cut her off.
I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead and finish. We want to hear. So you think he's sincere about getting his life together? He needs more time to get himself together?
But who knows? Look, horror's lives. That's what they do. That's their life,
The fact that a horror can admit he's in horror is already the first step.
Okay. 12-step program. What
Exactly. I'm finished the program.
How you know?
I graduated.
When?
Because I haven't.
Where you going? He ain't got no coin. I ain't.
The fact that it's been since March says it all by itself. This is fucking December.
No.
That's 9 months. And then ho. First of all,
I think he did.
hold up. First of all, if I start going back into my regular old mode, I can get free pussy before I get a free meal. First of all, I'm just choosing not to go that path right now because I'm looking for more than just pussy right now. I'm looking for a nice package with a nice pussy attached to it.
What's a nice package to you?
She knows who she is. She knows what she wants, and she not swayed by outside influences.
Yeah, he was like,
I'm just saying, if we gonna get real, let's get real. If I wanted to go back to being a whore, it ain't nothing but the snap of a finger. The fact that I'm choosing not to jump in the first mouth or first bed that comes available shows that I'm not a whore anymore. If I wouldn't have gone since March. Because I've had a couple of offers from some females that I didn't necessarily like, but I would use their mouth for a good 10, 15 minutes to do what I needed to do and be on my merry way.
Are you gonna give them $40?
No, I would not.
Oh, my son.
No, I would. Like I say, if I wanted to be the whore that I used to be, I was a cold-hearted son bitch.
$40?
I'd give a bitch $5 and then tell her to suck off my 2 dudes too at the same for the same $5.
Gosh.
Yes. Like I say, I was a cold-blooded son bitch back in the day. Now, if I wanted to,
how many times you watched The Mac?
that's my favorite movie, bro. I used to wake up to that joint, bro. So the fact that joint, I had it on DVD, I used to wake up to that movie and go to sleep to that movie. Yeah, because I went through my transition. All men go through that transition of it being a good man or being a man that ain't shit. And a lot of men haven't made that decision yet. That's why they're 50, 60 with outside kids and girlfriends with wives on the side and all that other shit.
Well,
I've seen that.
Knowing you for these past 10 plus years, I will say that you are definitely in the program. However, you do not have your coin and you have not completed this program.
I have completed my program.
Well, where it's your coin?
It's in my safety deposit box, damn it. I keep it safe.
So what makes you think you completed the program? I'm just asking.
Like I said, like I said, my nut's heavy right now, bro. Let's be real. I ain't busting nuts since March from. No, I was just great at anything that I do, I'm going to excel at. So I was just a great whore. Simple as that.
I don't like you talking about how heavy your testicles are.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. Right now, a nigga nuts heavy. A lot of niggas in the same situation that I'm in right now because of COVID.
Ew.
I'm just, hey, look. It is what it is. I'm focused on business and my new career right now.
Yes.
So I can put that on the back burner
That's very good.
for a moment. But somebody gonna get these. That's cool. I want the public to know this. They need to hear this because I'm being accused of because I'm still being accused of being a whore when I'm not. If I was still a whore, because just like when somebody accused you of sleeping with somebody you didn't sleep with, that's the worst thing in the world because you could never get out of that. And being accused of being a whore when I'm not, that shit gets me hot. I'm like, no, I'm not engulfed in whoredom right now. I'm being.
No, you get so emotional like
that. Because this shit is real, man.
Know about it.
The struggle is real, bro. The struggle is real, my brother. And this is what I deal with. I talk to her. She keeps on telling me I'm a whore, and I'm not a whore. I went through the program.
Yo, T, do you call him a whore every night? T?
Yes, she does. I want some nookie, fuck a cookie.
And some tissue.
I ain't crying.
No,
I'm just saying.
I wasn't talking about that. Oh God, this is terrible.
Oh man, this is one of the funniest shows ever.
Every time you talk to him.
Yes. See, I told you.
Yo, you did enthusiasm in the voice.
And she says it with joy every time. She says it with capital letters, and when she messages me,
hello, whore.
Exactly.
Good morning, whore.
You text him, good morning, whore.
She not that bad.
But do you text him good night, whore?
She hasn't yet.
She said she may.
If she probably did, I might have been asleep. I don't know.
Good night, whore.
Right.
She 2 hours behind.
Dreams, Mr. Whore.
Pretty much.
As long as you don't, I think you let us know quite a bit about you. And
I'm just saying. I'm
things that I don't necessarily want to hear.
Hey, look, you want to show with me, goddammit.
I know, but you want the world to know how heavy your testicles are.
Because I want somebody to come drain them. Shit.
I can't.
Inbox me, call me, text me, carry a pigeon, smoke signal. I don't give a fuck.
What? But I thought you just said that you did not put your stuff in somebody's mouth.
I've been drinking and I want to bust a nut. I'm sorry.
So you're just going to take
It's
any
Christmas
mouth?
time.
Don't you miss the chat line?
I ain't never used a chat line. I used to
I'm
just use all.
shocked.
Yeah, I never used the chat. I never saw the fun in
How
it.
you the biggest whore we know?
But you know what?
Because I did internet dating before everybody else did internet
Yeah,
dating.
because he was probably on Black Planet.
No,
But
I was
listen,
on all different
That's
dresses.
like
AOL Messenger.
I was on Black People Meet because I was going for white girls. I knew what they was there for.
But I'm talking about before Black people meet. But here's the thing: I don't think that you can call those chat lines from a burner phone.
Oh yeah,
That's
right.
probably what it is.
Yeah, you
Say
had a
what
burner
now?
phone. I know you had a burner phone.
That's how you met on the white girl.
You gotta think about it. You had a burner
I've
phone.
owned a couple.
And that's probably why those girls cannot locate him to tell
No,
them
the burner
about
phones.
their
The
babies.
burner phones were for other purposes.
I know, and they were involved in that other stuff.
But when it
And
came
that's
to
the
me,
number they had
I was
for
an
him.
open whore, so they had my number. They had
What
my
about
real
the
number.
757 area code? Any?
Oh no, I used to
Did
live
anything
down
over there?
there.
I had some fun down there a few
I
times.
probably met one of his kids. Because I used to live down there too. They probably
Nah,
went to daycare with my daughter.
because when I would go down,
Familiar.
I mean, when I would go down there, I would mostly go down there just to get away from all the craziness up here. So I would be,
Yes, exactly.
I would
That's
be,
what we mean.
nah, but see, most of the time I would go down there, we would just fun, get drunk.
Did you
and-
feel like light and free when you were down there?
You wasn't stroking nothing when you was down there?
Nah, not on the regular, nah.
Did you hold on? Did you feel light and free and
Yeah, it was a good, because I
Yes,
know,
because your testicles weren't heavy.
well, at the time, it wasn't because I was down there.
what
I
it
was getting
was.
them emptied up here and then
You
going down
went
there to
down
get
there
up.
empty the testicles.
No,
It's
I
nasty.
never really had too many excursions down there because it was mostly I was mostly around family all the time, so it really wasn't
So
too much
Your cousin's
extracurricular.
best friend, you never.
So T, what does it mean when
Baby
you
mother, sister, maybe,
So-
but that was only at once.
Which is now your baby mama. hmm
T, can I ask you a question, T?
Yes.
What do you mean when you tell the whore he has a nice mouth?
That's
On your face.
That's facts. I've had that. Yeah. I mean, we know what we doing. We do big things over here.
What?
Exactly. That's what I say. I'm about to get used for my mouth, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? She's just entertaining me until she gets in my mouth in June. That's about
Oh
it.
my God!
She no bullshit. She tells me all the time. I told her the same thing. I want to use her mouth for about 10, 15 minutes. I'll be good.
Yo,
You
that's
know
the
what I'm
most gangster dance
Ex-
I've ever
exactly.
heard.
I like your mouth doesn't mean I like you. But
Exactly.
It be like that sometimes though.
That's facts. I feel the same way about some females.
So who do you think, male or female? This speak about sex topic. Who do you think craves have more, a male or a female? Who do you think craves had more, a male or a female?
I feel like it depends. It depends on the
If it's good head, they
I feel
will
like it
call
depends on
you.
the female and it depends on the male.
If it's good head, they will call you. Exactly.
Like, I did see P3 as well, but you know, not a lot of women know how to eat before a black woman would. You feel what I'm saying? So for that, I mean, you can kind of have teach a woman how to dress down. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to a dude, like, even if you tell this man, move your legs to the left, I like his clothes, go through what I'm saying. He's so for that, I mean, you can kind of teach a woman how to dress down. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to it, no two women like this for me in the same. Just because she old girl like that, don't mean that I like my shit ain't out like that.
Right, but we weren't talking about just giving by a man. What if there's a woman that could do it good too?
I want to address what she just said. Real
Okay.
quick.
Uh-oh.
And like you said, two different women don't like things, but you said the key word. A man has no problem taking instruction on what a woman wants if he's truly engulfed and wants to please her and make her feel the way he wants to make her feel. So if you gotta, if a dude gets upset because you're giving him direction and giving him instruction on how to pleasure you, first of all, he's not a man. Second of all, he's a bitch. Third of all, he can't eat pussy like me. Nobody. My thing is, it's more about I enjoy the pleasure the woman gets from me doing a good job eating the pussy. So if you telling me you like it slow, bet I got you. If you telling me you like it fast or you like it rough, boom, 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 let me know, because my job, my job is to make you come as many times as possible. So when you get up the next morning, you're gonna be like, I gotta call this motherfucker because this motherfucker.
So she tells you she wants you to do it with your gun out.
If that's what turns her on. I told you I had a chick that wanted to fuck after I shot the gun off because she thought it was sexy. I bust that motherfucker off and went and bust the pussy right after that.
Hold on, peep how that whole spiel he just had, he said in a deep voice.
Yeah, Billy D.
I had to put that was my because I feel like it had because she was making some valid points that a lot of niggas don't know how to eat pussy and think they know how to.
You put your deep voice.
I had to put my dick out a little bit without pulling my dick out. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about that. Don't
I didn't. That's why I pulled a deep voice out. I didn't pull my dick out. It's a difference.
Okay.
You know, every time these conversations come up, I see you getting a little jumpy, Lady
Because I mean, the stuff he's
I
saying,
ain't gonna be trying to put hands on you.
I'm not saying that you be oversharing. And then
because I could give two fucks because my life is an open book. I
want you to actually pull your dick out on the show.
I mean,
I don't want that.
Honestly, there's a lot of females that know I will pull my dick out.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't need to get banned.
That's why I'm not going to do. I'm not trying to get banned either. But yeah, you're going to get one or two responses. Ooh, that's nasty, put it away, or ooh, that's nice, and it lets you know what it is. Even though you got a shot or you know you don't. Next thing you know, you hitting cheeks or you going home trying to find some cheeks somewhere else. That's cool. I get that a lot,
so
and I love that.
So T, can I ask you a question? So when you have a bad experience, do you tell the dude like, you know what the fuck you doing? Stop, get up.
Yes.
I got her saying that. Yeah, she might smack a nigga.
I would put him out.
Make him get out the house.
Yes.
Let's see, if I do that, if a girl can't give head, I'm wrong.
No.
Oh, okay.
So do you still let him hit, or do you just tell him to get up and leave?
See, I just told them I would leave too. Like, not me leave, but he gotta leave. He gotta go.
Then
you gotta go.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not on every next time. I'm not ready to say I'm not going to give you all that. Nah, it's a couple of me and let me go about my business.
I feel that. Yeah, that's the way it should be. You better tell the motherfucker, nigga, you suck. I'm gone. I'm gonna call niggas gonna throw some dick for real. Because a lot of these motherfuckers don't know they can't fuck because these females out here feeding into that bullshit.
You're absolutely right.
Having the very real conversation that they need to have as far as sexual satisfaction. Like, I feel like it's either a conversation you feel like you can have with the person, or you are mature enough to not having the very real conversation that they need to have as far as sexual satisfaction. What everything I do
But that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier.
But that conversation, one people are just smashing and they not having these real conversations.
Exactly. It's just about fucking with them. It's not about knowing a person.
And then when you try to have a real conversation, somebody ego gets hurt. What the
I
fuck
don't
you
care.
mean? I had 10 girls tell me that I was the best.
You're terrible. Get out. That's what you say. That's how I respond.
I mean, it's honestly some dudes don't. I mean, I'm gonna put it out there. I take pride in what I do when I'm down there. You know what I'm saying?
And they have to get put out as well.
Well, like I said, some dudes don't know they can't fuck because the females don't tell them they can't fuck. And I tell them all the time. Which also feeds into the cycle of bullshit. So I mean, it's a catch-22. You can't. It can't go both ways. You can't say I'm not going to the nigga, he ain't shit because I'm getting certain perks out of fucking this nigga, and then get mad because the nigga can't fuck. Then you're not telling me he can't fuck. That's the thing. If a nigga take pride in as much talking that he does about fucking as he does in actually fucking, then the nigga will be king dingaling. But the thing that I've known from most of the dudes that I've hung with and most of the motherfuckers that I talk to, they some bullshit. Cause I've had a dude put his girl up and he never seen that chick again because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
And because you were a super whore.
Yeah, she spent one night with me and she never seen that nigga again.
Oh my god.
But he was cocky like, yeah, I'm that nigga. I did this. I had a threesome with her and her girlfriend. Like, no, nigga, you didn't. She gave you that just because she wanted to. You send her over my house, you never gonna see her again. Oh, nigga, fuck you, yada, yada, yada. You send her over there, he ain't never see her again. Because because nobody's telling these motherfuckers you can't fuck because they're getting other benefits.
Wait, my question is, if he wasn't good, then how did he get the threesome?
Because the female was weak-minded and said, I'm going to just give it to him because, it's his birthday.
But if he can't handle her, then how he handles two people?
Exactly. That's how she got by
I'm
me.
I'm glad I'm not that type because I would have told him.
That's what I'm saying. You too, T and Janet, y'all will, Lady Antoinette, I'm sorry, y'all will tell a motherfucker you ain't shit, and you will get up, put your panties on, and roll the fuck out. These other females have other ulterior motives with these no good niggas. They might be drug dealers, might be whatever. They getting money or whatever out of the nigga, and they gonna throw the pussy on him. Exactly. So. Yeah, then they're gonna call the real nigga to beat up after he leave.
Terrible.
Like, for real, we've been kicking it for like almost 2 years. I love you, but yo, you gotta work on the bedroom things that because the shit blowing my life. What do you mean blowing your life? Okay, let me tell you what the fuck I mean. Like, if you...
But see, most folks can't take criticism, male or female, and when you tell them they're not doing something correctly or they're not pleasing you, they get defensive, and then they want to, start lashing out. Yeah, exactly. That's some folks' mentality. Yeah, those are valid. See, but those are valid points. But see, you got to realize everyone isn't as secure as you are.
That's true.
You are a secure person with who you are and you know who you are. Everyone doesn't have that. And that's what I had to realize in my life because I was like, well, why the hell would you say some dumb shit like that? Yada, yada, yada. But I know who I am and I love who I am. A lot of people don't have that.
He loves himself.
Yeah, after I went to therapy, I had to realize, because at first I'm not saying I didn't love myself, I'm not going to say I hated myself, but I didn't understand myself until I went to therapy. And then I learned how to understand who I was and why I was the way I was. And then I was able to accept myself, and then I was able to love myself, and now I'm able to love other people. Because at first, I've never loved anyone. I don't feel like I've ever truly loved anyone before I went to therapy because I was so engulfed in myself that I was only worried about my motives and my happiness. Now, I can truly say with me having nieces and nephews and, family that I actually care about, that I actually have sympathy, empathy. Because I actually had a chick ask me when we were dating, do you know what empathy is or sympathy? And I looked at her there in her face and like, what the fuck is empathy? I don't know what the fuck that is. It doesn't mean shit to me. Now I understand it. So it's all about growth as a person, but you have to want to grow.
Damn, you got really, really philosophical. to here.
I told you I had some stuff to get off my chest tonight, baby.
If I had emotion, I would cry right now.
Yeah, you probably gonna pour another drink.
If you wasn't nasty, I would give you a hug.
I might hump you too.
That's why I say if you wasn't nasty.
I might hump you too.
No, see, that's why you ain't get a hug. No, you get a thumbs up.
Get a fist pound.
No, can't get that either.
No physical contact.
6 feet, nigga, 6 feet.
I gotta bleach my fist.
Nigga, 8 feet. You too close. You too close.
I'm just saying, bro. We got to start being real as human beings, man.
I feel.
Look at you fighting for the human rights.
Because it's frustrating.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm just saying it's frustrating. I done had some being in car sales now. I talk to a lot of different types of people, and I've had some very interesting conversations with some different types of people, and it's encouraging that most people do still have the same outlook that we have, that we talk about on the show, helping our fellow man and being there for each other and what made this country great before. It's just the fact that we haven't been able to put it into action. And we have to find something to bring our people, all people, this fucking country back together. Like I said, I'm working with the third highest ranking police official in PG County now.
But see, here's the thing. I just want to correct you on
with the
one
police.
thing. When you say to bring this country back together, it was not together from the get-go. We wasn't included.
Well, I feel
we can't. The thing about this is like we have to tell the truth. The truth is the Constitution was not written for us.
No bullshit.
So, the 4th of July is not. How can we celebrate freedom on the 4th of July when we were still slaves?
True.
So we got to tell fundamental truth. So before we can even get to the back together part, we gotta get the lies, and we gotta get the fundamental truth up front.
What I'm speaking as of, like I said, I always talk about me being a Boy Scout. I was down on the monument for Farm Aid, Africa Aid, Live Aid. So we're all coming together to raise money for people across the world that we don't know. I'm holding hands with some dude that I ain't ever met a day in my life, but we're standing together for a common cause for people that we don't even know because we know they aren't living properly. Granted, the racism and bullshit that we go through.
But here's the thing too is my grandfather fought in World War II. But when he came home, he was still a nigga.
No doubt.
And treated as such.
No doubt.
Peep this. CP3 was holding hands, singing Kumbaya.
I'm just saying,
or it didn't happen.
We used to care about our fellow man. Is pretty much what I'm saying. Now we don't. We as not all of us, but this country has no sympathy and empathy for the fellow man that's not doing well. We always talk about, oh well, I had to do it, so if I had to fight and scrape and scrimp, he should be able to. But we weren't blessed on the same level. Like I tell folks all the time, I had my dad in my life for 27 years. Some folks didn't have their dad in life for 27 seconds. So how am I going to look down on another person the same age as me that didn't accomplish as much as I did, but because I had that background, that stable background, and I had someone teaching me how to be a man and to be a stand-up man, that they had to go through the streets and maybe they didn't get the right path and they took some side turns and did some fuckboy shit, but they don't know how to be a good man. So until somebody teaches them, you can't look down on them and say, oh, you ain't shit, yada, yada, because no one has taught them that. Until you teach them and then they decide to be a fuckboy, okay, that's something different. But if you don't have the tools to be that good man, you can't look down on him for not being a good man. And I feel like that's what we do in this country now with all the systematic racism, with all the bullshit in the courts with the child support and all of that bullshit. Until we can look, like I said, that's what I say, until we can look ourselves in the mirror and say we are honestly trying to be our best selves, it's all bullshit. And we have to start holding ourselves accountable.
I want to call child support.
I mean, I'm just saying child support as in the feminist movement that said it was better to have a paycheck than have a no good dude in the house instead of having a two-parent home.
I'm a female. I've never actually heard that.
I mean, that was some of the narrative coming up with the white feminist movement into the black community, that a welfare check, if your man not doing good.
About it and they said that it existed. However, I've never actually had someone give me that perspective saying this is what you should do. I don't know any women who actually say that. I actually know women who attempted to have that child in their lives, but the only reason why they receive a paycheck is because the father chose not to be there, not the other way around. So I hear you. However, is it possible that this narrative was put out there to make people look bad, not because it's true, but because it's easier to put that narrative out there saying, "Oh, this is what people do," but it's a rumor. Because I don't know anybody who does that. I'm a single mom. I receive child support.
I mean, we're talking about the 60s and 70s, not the 90s and 2000s.
I know.
A whole
What I'm
different
saying
movement
is that
where
I've never seen it. Even people our age, if you're talking about the 60s and 70s, then that means that that is our parents and our grandparents. And I know of situations where people are saying, like, my dad was never on child support, but he wasn't there, or my dad was there, he wasn't on child support. I don't know of child support being a big, huge thing until more, recent years. I'm not saying it didn't exist or anything like that, but I don't know of it being a big staple, at least in the black community. Because there are literally people our age and older who, if their father wasn't in the picture, he was never taken to court for child support, because there are a lot of people in the black community felt at that time you keep the courts out of your business. So with that said, if a lot of people had that mindset where you keep the courts out of your business, who are the people that we're talking about who did this?
I'm speaking of the folks coming up in the 70s and the 80s where capitalism took over.
Right.
And it was
I'm talking about those same people.
And those are some of the people that I spoke to that felt like that was the narrative they were getting pushed into the social workers when they were brought in, because they didn't have a two-parent home, or something happened at school with the child and they had to come and do a welfare check on the child to make sure they're healthy and they're taken care of. And they're like, well, if Tyrone isn't here more than 2 weeks out of the month, you qualify for child support, you should take them to court for child support. They were pushed in that direction because they felt like the male being in the home is equivalent to a paycheck.
So you're saying that they were pushed into that direction, not necessarily that they accepted.
No, I'm not saying that was their choice, but that was the movement that they were being pushed towards. Okay. I'm not saying that they willingly said, "Oh, well, nigga, you get out. I'm gonna take this paycheck because this is about the same thing you can do." Right. No, I'm not saying it. That was the structure of the systematic rape, because they know how important it is to have a two-parent home.
Right. Well, I will say child support. I don't really necessarily know child support 100%, but I do know that when it came to food stamps and cash assistance, also known as welfare, that was a narrative that was pushed. However, it ended up catching on more so in the
rural white communities than in the urban communities.
The urban communities, yeah, because we didn't want the people on our business. So that's the reason why it didn't catch on with us the way that it caught on.
Yeah, but they didn't do child support. But if you realize the child support system and the food stamp system are two separate.
They are separate. Yes.
So you can still file for food stamps and not have to put the word in there about being, a single mother,
but
whatever.
You can't file for cash assistance without filing for child support.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
So with that said, they do link them up, and they do the two.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do get forced to do that. And I will say this is that even though they're two separate entities, they talk. Their systems are linked. If you file for food stamps, they will pull up your child support case and look at that and use that as income, which actually will hurt you trying to get child support, which is kind of strange, But when it comes to cash assistance, you would need to file for child support in order to receive cash assistance. And that's if you can locate, and they will push for that. I will give you that. So that is the narrative that is put in place when it comes to cash assistance, is that they do want you to file for child support. So that part's true.
It's a vicious cycle, and it's a circle jerk, but it all comes down to the same thing that I've been preaching on this show, on my show, on any Facebook Live that I've done when I talk politics. This is what this country is about. Dividing us so the long-term politicians, the fat cats, the lobbyists can stay paid. We can stay divided, fighting over the crumbs that they're letting fall down to us. Until we, the people, wake the fuck up, Stop getting distracted and fight for our fucking rights as citizens of this country, and stop getting caught up in it. And we fight to change these laws with these long-term politicians, with these lobbyists and these super PACs, and getting all of that dirty money out of there. We're never going to be equal. We're never going to stand a fighting chance against this bullshit American capitalist regime. We have to change this shit. But if we keep getting caught up in asshats tweets or the latest fad of red table or what Jada did to Will or whatever, we're never going to amount to shit. So we all have to wake the fuck up. Unplug from the distractions. Research. You got a smartphone in your pocket, but you looking up twerk videos instead of researching how to be able to become a better citizen. We all do. We all do. I watch it too. I be smacking the screen my damn self. I'm just. I'm just saying.
You was going good. You just had to go.
I'm just saying, bro. I told you it's been a minute. But we just gotta wake up as a people, man, and we gotta be more aware of our fellow man. It isn't just about us anymore. It's about how is the person down the street doing.
That's true. Well, I gotta work in the morning.
Me too.
So we're gonna wind the show down because I might not make it, you know. But then again, see, they've been killing this Crown Apple more than me tonight.
Man, I told you.
It's almost gone.
Man, you pulled the bottle out. You know what's going to happen. I told you.
Hey, pour a little bit in my glass. And I was like, wait, stop. That's enough. I said a little bit.
I'm in the bartender mode, baby.
Oh, Lord. So T, we thank you for calling. We look forward to more of these conversations. And definitely if you come down here in June, which is my birthday month, you gotta come to the bar.
My birthday month too.
Oh, she gonna be here.
Oh, we ain't talking for your reason.
Nah, she gonna be here. Yeah. She gonna be here.
You know what?
I said it. You gonna be here. I told you I love your voice, girl. I love you hitting that shit. You gonna be here though. Nah, she gonna be here.
Change the voice real quick.
Nah, because she know I hit. You know, she know when she hit that. She know when she hit that shit. I like that shit. She know that shit. She know that shit.
So T, how many voices does this nigga talk to you in?
Man.
Oh, she get a couple different. You gonna be rather to the voice that I don't make. That's gonna make you make voices.
She might make you scream.
He said she gonna
be making a noise when I ain't making no noise with my mouth. She know what it is. It's gonna be cool.
Okay.
I see you in June, baby.
I don't know if I'm grown enough to listen to this.
I see you in June, baby.
See, we thank you for calling in. CP3, what you got coming up this week?
Tomorrow night, Sports in the Hill Park. I'm actually talking to some of my co-hosts right now. We're roasting Haskins as we speak. We're going to be breaking down the latest loss by the Washington football team. We're going to be breaking down the NBA season just starting. Russell Westbrook starting off the NBA season with, I believe, 3 triple-doubles back-to-back, which is the NBA record for a player coming to a new team with the Wizards. As always, you're going to check me at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway, selling cars, new, used, pre-owned. Come holler at me. End of the year, we making deals and selling cars, baby. They told me that deals we wouldn't make last year, we making this week. So come on down. I need them sales. You want them sales. You want that new ride, so come holler at your boy. Sports OTHP Apparel, go check us out. Got the Eric Kusa, you know, Sports OTHP Apparel. Come check us out. Email me I still got some t-shirts left. Or check out the website.
Here's what you should do.
What's that?
This is what we'll do.
What we going to do?
The next person to buy a car from you.
Get a shirt.
Get a shirt.
I'm trying to get it cleared by my manager now, bro. I already put that in the works, but I got to make sure. I don't already put that in the works,
You
bro.
ain't got to tell nobody, but you know.
No, I do. Like I said, I'm representing Waldorf Honda, so Honda's a big corporation. I ain't trying to do nothing to get myself fired. So once I get it cleared from my managers that I can do that, you will be getting a Sports OTHP Apparel shirt. Sponsored by Eric Kuza. Also, when you purchase your first car through me.
All right.
Eric Kuza, appreciate you as always. Don't think I forgot about you. I'm getting me a sweatsuit soon. Fun's just a little tight. I know you do, and I hate that you got that joint. That joint's sweet as shit.
And I'm about to get another one.
I know you is. I'm getting me a black one. Fuck you.
Okay, well, I want one.
We can get Lady Antoinette one too. Fuck it. We'll holler at Eric Kuza.
Get her at the bar.
Yeah, we all gonna have a motherfucking sweatsuit. Be rocking Eric Kuza. Appreciate the side of LA always shouting us out, always putting out the good work, putting out the good apparel. Check out the YouTube channel, Carol Potter the Third. That's with 3 eyes, not the number 3. Check out the Facebook page. Check out the YouTube channel, Periscope. Just hashtag CP3, hashtag SportsOTHP, or True Radio Network LLC. It's going to come up. You're going to see me. You might not like me. You might hate me, but you know what? I don't give a fuck because you're going to see me. And I'm out.
That's like 6 different voices.
Right. I mean, gosh. Well, thank you guys for listening. This is our last show for 2020. I can't say that it was a pleasure because we had our ups and downs. This was a different year. So, thank you for 2021. I don't want to talk big about 2021 because I'm kind of scared. Yeah. Because 2020 turning 21, about to start drinking.
2021 is going to be a big motherfucking year for us.
Well, 2020 was a big year.
No, 2020 was
I'm just saying.
Year.
So,
I mean, we got you on board, and we upped our show. We got a cornucopia of liquors every week when you come.
Wow.
So I think CP be sleeping with this.
I told you, man, reading is fundamental.
So next show, between now and next show, I am gonna hit up another distillery. So
really,
yes.
Oh, that's a shock.
I do my research for after.
We know you are deep in your research.
Oh, that's good. But I bring the things to the bar, and I make sure that we know where to go,
where it's coming from.
The great thing is that what you bring is because you hit places that I don't like, go to.
Right.
And it's easy to go to the liquor store. It's but when they find something different, like Uncle Nearest, I didn't know even the story of that was like so deep and stuff like that.
Right. And then we have so many distilleries in this area that people don't know about. We got a bunch in Waldorf, like wineries and distilleries in Waldorf.
I had no idea.
And people always talk about Waldorf because it's far. They be like, "Oh, you going out to Wakanda?" Well, guess what? Wakanda got the liquor and the wine too. Yeah. So you might want to go out there. And I do remember they were supposed to have a wine festival or something out there. If not this summer that just passed, or maybe the summer before, they started doing a wine festival out there. And so that's not far. You don't have to go all the way out to Lindenor.
Well, you could always stop by Clinton by my house.
Yeah, that's always nice though.
What am I going to go to your house for? But I think that's what I'm doing this week. Going out to another distillery, celebrating. I haven't made up my mind how I'm going to celebrate New Year's Eve. It's COVID, so
I'm going to be at the dealership on January 1st if you want to buy a new car for the new year.
Who, me?
I will.
I'm about to say, I ain't going to buy no car.
I'm sorry to get the shameless plug in.
I know he sure do, but who said I'm about to go buy a car?
Not you.
Oh, okay.
Talking about anybody that's watching.
Oh, okay. But didn't you tell him that?
I had to say it.
Oh, okay. So he had to say it.
I need.
But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be carefree New Year's Eve. So I don't know what kind of trouble I'm gonna get into. I think I was carefree last year.
We know alcohol is gonna be involved.
I mean, if I'm by myself at home, half sleep, no. But if I'm out and about, maybe.
Yeah, so it's a higher probability.
I feel like you trying to.
I'm just saying.
You trying to come at me because.
No, I'm just saying. I know you.
Trying to put your stuff all
no, I'm
on the
just
bar,
saying. I know you're trying to play the innocent lady Antoinette role. Like you just go home and read your Bible.
No, I go home and I prepare for the distillery. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know she ain't gonna be home. She ain't gonna be home New Year's Eve by herself for the distillery.
I have done it before. And
but
it was not COVID. It wasn't in COVID
It's not going to be 2020.
But I was pressed, and I spoke on 2020 and saying the roaring 20s, and I didn't know it was going to roar this loud.
So it was your fault.
No.
So it was your fault.
Because I wasn't the only person saying the roaring 20s.
You jinxed us.
Anyway.
You put us in a pandemic.
I didn't. But 2020 was supposed to be such a big year. My daughter graduated. My son graduated from middle school. Of course, my son started high school. My daughter started college. It's a reunion year for me. We didn't have a reunion. I mean...
You never went to mine.
Well, clearly I didn't go to mine.
I chose not to go to mine.
But I just feel like 2020, when you look back and reflect, it was bad, but it really wasn't that bad because, we're still here.
Oh, yeah, it could have been worse, definitely.
Right. It could have been worse, so I'm happy and I'm reflecting over the past year, looking at things maybe I could have done different so that I can take into 2021. I don't do resolutions, I do improvements. So that's where we at.
So, so before I do this shameless, so this person hit my inbox. Her name is Brenda Scott. This is for artists.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing promotions that run for 4 weeks. That cost $70. She do digital advertisement for your sound through social media ads, display for listeners, engage with demographics. Your song is throughout 50 prominent playlists on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And it makes it to a more visible platform. See, and you know that's not even bad because real talk is that a lot of artists y'all create great music and then y'all don't promote and then y'all don't want to spend anything to promote yourself. And you think somebody's like magically going to hit your stuff on Spotify or YouTube. Like, yeah, and I got a glass. I got a beach in Alaska I want to sell you too. Like, it doesn't happen that way. You got to put the work in. Like, the work just doesn't stop once you get out to the studio. So, you know, when I see people who do stuff like that, you know, if I ain't too drunk, to be honest, I'll remember to shout them out. And, you know, but her name is Brenda Scott. She's on my page. You know, I mean, you know, $70 is not really bad for a 4-week promotion. You know, some of y'all pay $70, y'all smoke all your weed up in one day.
And how much you paying for them Jordans? How about that?
Yeah. That's a whole nother story.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
If you can spend all that money on some Jordans or whatever pair of shoes you want that week, oh, you can spend $70.
Definitely, you should invest in your craft.
And there you go.
Invest in your craft. We'll have a guest next week. I forgot the name. Yeah.
Crown, sponsored by Crown Royal.
Pretty much.
That
And
memory.
empty bladder.
That memory is sponsored by Crown Royal.
Actually, I can tell you the name. We have a video. Mulaney.
Mulaney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't butcher that. But she'll be calling in. She's from North Carolina, South
Okay. She a country girl.
Yeah.
Cornbread and shit.
Now I would normally end this with the song that y'all like,
Right.
but it is Renegade's birthday week, so I gotta end this with a Renegade song.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. Renegade 703, baby.
So definitely follow IG Renegade 703. One of the best artists that you're gonna find in the DMV, and actually his voice is unique and he ain't trying to sound like any other artist out here. So that's always a good thing.
Right.
And he can actually rap.
So that's definitely
That's
And I heard he can make some drinks too.
Oh yeah, he's a bartender, rapper, and he also edited his own video. This video, not mine.
Right.
and he can actually rap.
Happy birthday, Renegade.
Happy birthday, Renegade, on December
Birthday
30th.
nephew. Happy birthday, nephew.
And he also edited his own.
And this video is special because it's shot right outside the studio.
Happy birthday, Renegade.
Rest in peace, on show.
I'm Michael. That's why he said empty black.
Yeah, he must have been holding that shit.
That's why he said it. And I was like, why he say that? That didn't make no sense. Well, that's why.
He was 3 cars.
He was like empty black.
Before I leave, what I gotta do. Empty black. Oh, man, you finished. Funny as shit.
You said they all the rest together. It's terrible.
good.
Glad it was
Oh,
full.
the regular nigga? You holding back a river?
Yeah, nigga, I wasn't trying to get up in the middle of the show, so I was like, I'm gonna hold it till we finish.
I was laughing because you was like, you sat there and you was like this empty bladder. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
like, nigga, I was like, give me a hit, nigga, I gotta empty the bladder, nigga. Come on, let's end this shit, let's wrap
That's
up, nigga.
not what you said. All you said was empty bladder.
Yeah, I wanna empty my bladder,
What
nigga.
is he talking about?
You could say, yo, we can play a video real quick.
We was about to wrap up, so I was like, fuck it, I'ma hold it. Oh, man.
You can't deliver 'cause you're not. Fuck this game like a porno.